Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital courses on how to start an online business as a beginners. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate you all for keeping up with us thus far. We have many more great videos coming from here on out that you all can really use for free to start making money online right now, especially for you beginners with no experience. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you 15 marketing module videos. And our goals this time is to also skyrocket our viewers' real likes and subscribers. Let's see if we can get up to 2,000 likes less than a week. To help me and the team to keep going consistently with this YouTube algorithms, to give me and the team credits for all our hard work. So keep your head up, for you have nothing to lose, but to gain only knowledge and wisdom on how to start an online business for free and to start making real money online as me and the team continues to upload free digital education tutorials. So be sure to watch all the playlist videos on this channel. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details, so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Hello and welcome. Now in this course, we're going to be focusing on how you can build and maximize an information products business. Now, you may have heard this referred to as info products, and some people even use the broader term internet marketing. Now, you're going to be able to use the tactics that you learn in this course to sell physical products and or tangible services on the internet. However, we're going to focus this course on digital products. Now, with digital products, you don't have to have an inventory. It's an easier business as a result of that to run from home and generate significant income. You don't have to have a lot of startup capital in order to get it started. Now, we're going to be talking about a solid business model, and it really is a result of the best practices of successful marketers. And we'll not be talking about specific tactics within internet marketing. So we're not talking about CPA marketing. We're not talking about video marketing or PPC. Now, all of those things are things that you can do inside of this one key business model, but we're not going to be focusing on any one thing like that. Now, if you understand and you can execute this model we're going to be talking about in this course, you will not have to be a traffic master. So you will not have to know SEO. You will not have to be able to do PPV or any of those things. You will be able to use those things to enhance this model, but you won't have to know any of those to generate a significant income online. Now, we'll be showing you how to generate or how to leverage the best interest of affiliates. And they're going to want to promote your product because basically they'll be making more income on any particular promotion that they do for you. And this course is not going to be based on loopholes. So you're not going to have to worry about whether or not Google is going to slap you. You're not going to have to worry about whether or not YouTube or Amazon or anyone has changed the rules. This is based on the value you provide. We're going to be showing you how to do that. Now, this method is always going to work. It's always going to be in place to sell information products. It was working 5 years ago. It's working right now, and it'll probably work in the future because it's really based on the value you're providing to your customer as well as to your partners and affiliates. Now, this model describes a proven way of how to build an information products business. First, it's going to be based on getting targeted traffic. Then it's going to be based on converting those visitors to subscribers. Then converting those subscribers to buyers. It's also based on you as the owner of the system working with your buyers, not just as an affiliate or not just as someone who has generated a lead. You will be the owner of your system and you will be learning how you can work with your buyers. Now, here's something that you want to know here at the outset, kind of as an overview. No bot or no automated process is going to bring money to you. Only human beings have credit cards, and if you can provide value on a consistent basis to people that you focus on, you're going to be able to generate a significant income. We're going to be talking about that in this course. Now, here's what you need to understand. Regardless of what you choose to do, in order to generate a long-term sustainable income, you must master this model. You must know how to get targeted traffic. You must know how to convert those visitors to subscribers, convert those subscribers to buyers, and then how to own your system. If you master this model, Everything you do will be leveraged. Everything that you learn will be leveraged. Everything that you do in internet marketing will be leveraged, and that is how you will continually generate a significant income. Now, I want to give you a visual of what the model actually looks like. Now, this is the sales funnel overview, and this is what we're going to be talking about in this course. And you'll notice that it is simple. It's based on a front-end offer. It's based on another upsell or an OTO, an upsell and an OTO after that, and an upsell and an OTO after that. You may notice that you don't see the word downsell. I'm going to be explaining how that works inside of this course. This is the model that when you generate targeted traffic to it, it will generate perpetual cash flow. So you'll want to keep it handy so that you will be able to understand in context what we're talking about in the course and how it fits into your being able to leverage what you're doing and generate a significant income. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. You are looking once again at the sales funnel overview for information product businesses. And once again, this is a model that generates perpetual cash flow when you understand it and you're able to execute it. Now you might ask, why is this model so important? Why is this one that you must master? And basically, the reason is that no one product can make you rich. It is an entire system of selling products and services, even on one launch, that will make you rich, that will generate significant income. Now, you are basically looking at a system where you're seeing upsells. You're seeing a front-end product and you're seeing 3 upsells. Now, regardless, your prospect will see 4 relevant offers. And that's really the power in the system. Once that buyer actually comes through your system, they're already going to be in a buyer's trance. They will have already purchased your front-end product. They will have already gone through the process of getting into their PayPal, pulling out their credit card, and they'll be in an open mode. They'll be open to making another purchase. And that really is the best time to present your best offers to them relevant to the offer that you were able to get them to buy the first time. Now, the entire system, when executed correctly, will likely, now obviously no one can make guarantees on what you're going to be able to do, but it's likely you can increase your sales by 20 to 50%. And in some cases, this system can increase your sales over 100%. So whatever you're able to generate on the front end, when you add up all the other upsells, you might be able to double that with this system. Now, regardless of what you call it, you're not necessarily showing a downsell. Your buyer, and here's the way to think about this, your buyer, your prospect, they're seeing 4 offers. They're seeing 4 relevant, different kinds of offers through this process that they're actually going to have. They're actually going to have it brought into your system through a targeted traffic method. Now, you're going to show them all 3 upsells, all 3 additional offers before they get to the download page. You're going to show them these offers while they're still in that buyer's trance. You might have even seen this process when you've actually gone through a buying process in internet marketing. You're going to execute that very same process, and remember, regardless of what you generate on the front end in terms of your sale, this can increase your sales, almost double what you're able to do in terms of numbers on the front end. Now, here's probably one of the key principles in this. Understand that if you bring someone through 4 different opportunities to buy, and let's say that you actually do double the number of sales you generate, well, this presents a significant opportunity for your affiliates, and they recognize that. Because it maximizes their opportunities, and you're able to show this to them, see, experienced affiliates with large lists, this gives them a very good reason to want to get involved with you. When they understand your offer and they understand that they're going to have the opportunity to profit 4 times, Well, that's a good opportunity for them, and it's one that if they like your offer, they'll be likely to want to get involved. So you want to be able to execute this entire system. You want to be able to commit to putting a product in place, but also to put together a system of offers that literally give your affiliates the opportunity to promote and your buyer the opportunity to buy multiple times. Now we're going to go deeper into this model in the next overview video, but now you understand why the model is important, why it works, and why it's going to generate significant income for you. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this marketing module part 1 and 2 videos. We will see you back in our next part 3 and 4 marketing module tutorials. So do keep in mind that me and the team do upload new instruction videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business for beginners, go ahead and click the link down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time, so that you can start making money immediately. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital courses on how to start an online business as a beginners. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate you all for keeping up with us thus far. We have many more great videos coming from here on out that you all can really use for free to start making money online right now, especially for you beginners with no experience. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 3 and 4 marketing module tutorial. And our goals are this time is to also skyrocket our viewers, real likes, and subscribers. So let's see if we can get up to 2,000 likes less than a week to help me and the team to stay consistent with this YouTube algorithms. Please don't forget to give us your feedback. So keep your head up, for you have nothing to lose, but to gain only knowledge and wisdom on how to start an online business for free and to start making real money online as me and the team continues to upload free digital education tutorials. So be sure to watch all the playlist videos on this channel. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details, so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we're going to be talking about the sales funnel overview, which we have discussed in previous overview videos, and we want to answer the question if there are any limitations, and we want to talk a little bit about pricing in general. You might be thinking maybe I can raise my price 10 times over, and maybe I can make even more, generate even more income. And you want to kind of get a sense for how these offers tend to work, and want to give you some parameters to work with. Also, you might get some ideas about, well, how many upsells can I offer? Maybe I can offer 4 upsells or 5 upsells. If 3 generate a significant amount more, maybe if I do more, I can make even more with upsells. So let's talk about some of those parameters in this video. Now, in terms of pricing, you want to consider where you are in the marketplace. When your product is being offered in a marketplace like the Warrior Forum, where there are other buyers, where there are other product sellers, and the market tends to be at a certain price, you want to be right in that price range. You don't necessarily want to be too high above the average price or too far below the average price. You want to be right in there, especially when you're first getting started. A lot really depends on where your buyer is going to see this offer the first time. If they're seeing it from an affiliate that tends to sell higher price products, higher ticket products, they want to have your price at a higher ticket. But if the affiliates you're working with, they probably sell lower end products, you want to probably be right in that area so that you can generate income and they can too on a particular product launch. Now, in general, you want to keep your front end right around $17 to $37. And you don't want to go too low. You might think, well, if I offer this product at $9, right, which is where you've probably seen a number of products available for internet marketing or internet marketers and other niches. If you do that, you are not necessarily giving your affiliates the opportunity to profit significantly. And typically, an affiliate likes to see the opportunity to earn that much on a particular sale. Of course, there are ways to do that. You can give 100% of your profit to or 100% of the commission to the affiliate, but basically, you want to keep that front end offer between $17 and $37. It gives your affiliates the opportunity to earn on a sale, and it also gives you the opportunity to earn on that sale also. Now, that first upsell, you want to keep that right at around $97. You can go as low as $40, and if you're going to be on the lower end for your front end offer, well, you can go down to $40, but typically, that first upsell, you want to have that right around the $97 level, and you want to give your buyer the opportunity to have additional resources. You want to give them, you want to maximize their resources, giving them the opportunity to take your product and really have everything there is available. So you want to expand their resources in that first upsell. Now, in the second upsell, you typically want to give them the opportunity to participate in some kind of community or to get some continual help, to get some continual support. And that tends to fall in the area of a membership where you are providing value on a continual basis. Whether that value is additional content, additional training, additional resources, interviews, all of those things, they're going to come to your buyer on a monthly basis. You want to keep that in the range of $20 to $37 a month. Now, this is different from the first upsell because this offer, right, this second offer really gives you the opportunity to generate what's called continuity income. In other words, this is income that every time your buyer buys, every buyer that actually decides to take you up on this offer, well, they're going to be providing you income on a continual basis every single month. This is a great way to generate income over and over and over again from your initial front-end sale. Now, this third offer is actually going to be what's called a high-ticket offer, typically. You're going to give your buyer the opportunity to move faster, to be able to get a head start, and they're typically willing to, people who are serious about their business are willing to invest in being able to get started faster because they know they're going to put this in place. They're going to actually get that amount back because they're getting started quickly. They know that if they commit that amount, they're probably going to actually do what they've actually purchased in the actual product. And that's really across any niche. That's in the make money online niche, that's in the weight loss niche, that's in just about any popular niche where information products are sold, giving people the opportunity to pay more, significantly more, in order to commit themselves and to get better and faster results in that third upsell. So your buyer has now seen 4 upsells, and if they've seen actually four different offers, they've seen 3 upsells and 4 offers. Now that means that you could make, in this scenario, between $77 and $668 per customer, depending on where your pricing is. Now that's significant when you think about it because your pricing actually gives your pricing really moves your buyer through your marketing funnel and gives them the opportunity, once again, to get the extreme value out of the entire purchase. You've created a system for them to purchase your product, but also to use it and to get started with it quickly. Now, in terms of the limitations, you probably should not go beyond 3 upsells. Testing indicates that a 4th upsell tends to be a little too much. You probably ought not try a 4th upsell. There are marketers who have tried it, and you might feel inclined to give it a try. But most testing indicates that a 4th upsell is probably going beyond what a customer is willing to endure, and one that you don't want to make him or her upset when they first make their purchase. You want to keep them happy because, of course, you want to be able to market to them continually. You want to be able to market to them over and over again. Now, for some markets, 3 upsells are too many. And you really need to understand your market. You really want to understand your marketplace and what it is that your buyers, your prospects will tolerate and what they feel is good value for what it is that they are going to purchase. So this is a case where you really want to determine what's happening in the marketplace. Now, this might mean that you might want to get on a couple of mailing lists. That means that you might want to, if possible, if you might get review copies of other products. You really do want to know what's happening and what buyers are actually doing. That doesn't mean that it's going to stop you from doing what you feel is good for your business. You do want to find out what the marketplace is doing and structure your offer or offers accordingly. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about what you'll need to execute this model, which is the sales funnel overview, which we have been looking at for the last couple of videos. And you are going to need some things in order to get started. Obviously, one of the first things you're going to need is a domain name. And you can go to either one of the two companies, Namecheap or GoDaddy. Obviously, they're not the only domain name hosts that are out there where you can get them, but they're fairly experienced in working with internet marketing, and you'll be able to go through the process fairly quickly and inexpensively. Now you'll also need hosting, and a number of marketers use HostGator. Once again, a company that's easy to work with. They also integrate nicely with Namecheap and GoDaddy, and you'll be able to do this without a significant amount of expense. Now you are also going to want to collect names and email addresses, and you're going to need to do that on a database. And the database that marketers use is called an autoresponder. And there are two companies that are available to marketers that are reliable. There are other solutions where you can do the whole process yourself and you don't have to pay a monthly fee, but these companies, they generally get deliverability right. In other words, your email will actually make it into the box of your customer, and that's one of the things that they do well. They are fairly inexpensive. You'll see here that GetResponse is about $15. Aweber is about $20 in order to get started. Both are fairly reliable and know how to work with marketers. GetResponse actually also has a landing page system, but to get started, all you really need to do is to do their free trial. It's a 30-day trial that will allow you to get started with their system. You'll be able to collect names and email addresses, store them, and when you're ready, you'll be able to send them out to your customers and clients, and you'll be able to do that with the assurance that probably won't be tagged for spam and that your emails will make it into their box. That's what the autoresponder does. Now GetResponse is the one company that we've mentioned. We also mentioned Aweber. Aweber will allow you to sign up for a $1 trial and $19 a month. And once again, you should be able to make that back with your first launch, and you may be able to make that back fairly quickly. You are going to need to have a place to collect names and email addresses if you're going to be involved in an online business. So this is a very important part, and one that you definitely need to take, and you don't need to worry about the $15 or $19 that you're spending here. Just choose one. Either one is a good choice. Now you are going to need to have a payment processor, and you're going to need to have a place where you're going to need to take payments from buyers, and you are going to need to have some place where you're going to be able to make payments to the companies that will be providing you services. Most, if not all of them, will be taking PayPal, and it is the industry standard. So you haven't opened a PayPal account, you haven't gotten one started, this is something that you'll want to do right away, because as you get further into being ready to actually launch a product, being ready to actually take payments, you do want to have your PayPal account in place. Finally, you're going to need an affiliate platform. You're going to need a central system that will allow affiliates to come and to basically apply to promote your product. Now, you can do this yourself. You can do this with software. It's difficult to do, and if you're just getting started, probably recommended that you use one of the marketplaces that will allow you to post your product and to get affiliates involved. There are a number of places like the Warrior Plus system, which primarily operates on the Warrior Forum. There is Zaxa, which operates with internet marketers, and then there is JVZoo. We are going to focus on JVZoo because it is the easiest for us to put together our sales funnel and to be able to put it together in the exact manner that we want to put it together. Actually, JVZoo makes it very easy for us, and you're going to see that. So once you have these preliminary processes in place, you are then ready to start building an online information products business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching this marketing module part 3 and 4 videos. We will see you back in our next part 5 and 6 marketing module tutorials. So do keep in mind that me and the team do upload new instruction videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business for beginners, go ahead and click the link down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time so that you can start making money immediately. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital courses on how to start an online business as a beginners. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate you all for keeping up with us thus far. We have many more great videos coming from here on out that you all can really use for free to start making money online right now, especially for you beginners with no experience. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 5 and 6 marketing module tutorial. And our goals are this time is to also skyrocket our viewers, real likes and subscribers. So let's see if we can get up to 2,000 likes less than a week to help me and the team to stay consistent with this YouTube algorithms. Please don't forget to give us your feedback. So keep your head up, for you have nothing to lose but to gain only knowledge and wisdom on how to start an online business for free and to start making real money online as me and the team continues to upload free digital education tutorials. So be sure to watch all the playlist videos on this channel. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Hello and welcome back. Now we're going to continue our discussion on what you can do in order to put together a system of offers that will allow you to maximize your income and to attract the right affiliates. Now we're going to start thinking about how to structure our offer and what are our options and what are the options that are available to us, and how do we figure out what it is that we are going to finally put in place in terms of our front end and our upsells and what our pricing is going to be. So you want to start thinking about what kind of offer is best for your marketplace. If you're creating something for the make money online a niche, you'll want to know that marketplace. You'll want to know what things are selling for in ClickBank. You want to know what kinds of products are hot, what kinds of products are the ones that people are talking about and that they need. You'll want to determine also, in addition to what's happening in the marketplace, regardless of your niche, you do want to start thinking about, well, what's going to be profitable for you and your affiliate partners. So you want to think about, you want your affiliate partners to bring traffic to you. You want to think about structuring your offer such a way that both you and your partners are going to be able to generate profit while at the same time providing maximum value to your customer. Now there are 3 kinds of offers. There's the do-it-yourself offer, there's the do-it-with-you offer, and the do-it-for-you offer. We're going to talk about each one of those. Now, in terms of the do-it-yourself offer, or DIY, the buyer does it all themselves. And so they're going to get your info product, and then they're going to watch the videos. They're going to go through your documents or your PDF or listen to the audios, and then they're going to execute whatever the information tells them in order to get the result they want. So these are ideal as front-end offers. You can price them any place from $7 up to $97. If you're going to be offering a home study course, you can offer anything from $297 to $997. But basically, you are really giving the buyer the opportunity to do something themselves, to participate in their improvement, regardless of where you decide to put this. Once again, these are best as front-end offers, and they make a great introduction to your marketing funnel if you're bringing people in to what you offer for the first time. Now, you can do this in the form of ebooks or videos. And your home study course can be a combination of those. It can be audios, videos, PDFs, and anything that gives the buyer the opportunity to study on their own, whether or not they're a mobile device or on their computer, or they'll be able to print it out. Anything that they can do on their own in order to get the results they want. Now, the other kind of offer, of course, one of the other kind of offers is a DWY, which is partially between the gap between DIY, do it yourself, and done for you. It's right in there. It's doing it with the buyer. So you're assisting the buyer. Basically, you're going to have to be there. You are contributing your time to the buyer. You are helping this buyer with your presence, with your knowledge, with your with your expertise. Now, we're talking about coaching programs. So this is where the buyer gets some of your time in exchange for a fee, and you do want that fee to be substantial, because your time is worth something, and you're going to be mentoring. In some cases, you're going to be mentoring a group of buyers. Other cases, you're going to be mentoring the buyer one-on-one. It can be structured in any way, once again, that makes it the most sense. It's consistent with the market, consistent with your product, and provides value to the customer. You can do consultations. So you can meet with them, in effect, one time, or you can include a consultation as part of your product. And basically what you're doing is you're really giving your buyer a head start. You are working with them until they are ready to start the process. You're not doing the entire thing with them, but you're really getting them started by consulting with them at the beginning. And this is one of the products that you'll want to consider using as an upsell. You don't want to structure this at the beginning. You don't want this to be the introduction to what it is you offer and to your products and services. And in general, I mean, since this is your time, you don't even want to start the conversation at less than $97. And even that can be a little low for an actual coaching program where you are contributing your time. Now, the other aspect, the other way of thinking about how to structure your product is DFY. Okay, and this is the ultimate offer for the buyer. And what you're doing is you are really basically working with a buyer that's either too lazy or too busy to execute your information. You're going to do it for them. I mean, you're going to take the entire package. You're going to take the entire method, whatever it is that you're showing them how to do. You're going to do it for them. They're not going to have to think about putting it in place. You are going to execute the offer. And this is great as one of the upsells, because they've already shown an interest. That they understand the concept. They understand your front-end offer, whether that's internet marketing or some other niche. If they understand, then if you have a buyer that, once again, is willing to invest in the best possible start, they will be open then to spending a high ticket or a large amount in order to have it done for them. You are removing the hurdles totally. So there's not going to be any reason that this person is not going to be successful, because you're going to do it for them. And typically, this is probably not going to be a product. This is going to be a service. So you're going to offer them a service. You're going to undertake it for them. And when they are, when you have completed, they're going to be either done with what it is that they want in terms of result, or well on their way and would not have been able to do so otherwise. Now, what are some examples of how you might do this? Well, you might consider a custom product creation service inside of internet marketing. So once you have shown an individual how to create a product, well, they may not want to do it themselves. They may not want to go and put together all that it takes in order to create a product. Well, you do it for them, or you put together a team that actually does it for them. You can actually advertise with them for them on email. So instead of them writing emails, instead of them figuring out what the copy is, you actually do it, or you have your team do it, and they don't have to do the actual work. They don't have to figure out what the tutorials mean for their business. You actually do that for them. And once again, you're going to charge them for this. You're going to charge them significantly for this. Joint venture brokering. So you have new marketers, and they are a little shy, or they don't know anyone, and they're fairly new, and they don't have the opportunity to go and get joint venture partners. They don't have the opportunity, or they don't really have the relationships in place to get significant affiliates. Well, you're going to do this for them. You're going to understand what their product is. You're going to understand, and you're going to bridge the gap. You're going to leverage your relationships for that person. They're going to pay you a fee, and you're going to leverage your relationships and bring JVs to the table for their offer. And you can actually, in some cases, what's the most difficult thing for new marketers to do is to build a list. And once you understand how to build a list, instead of teaching them only, right, once they understand the value of it, once they understand how it's going to take place, you can actually build the list for them. So these are the kinds of things that you can offer, right? You can actually put together an entire business in a box for them. So you build the entire website, and you put together the product funnel, and you put together the email. So all they've got to do really is just plug in, or just pay you, or watch their statistics, and they're going to start profiting. So DFY is the ultimate offer for the buyer, and it's probably going to be the most expensive, but it is one that really does provide great value to them. Now, in terms of unlimited product ideas, you want to start thinking about how you're going to be able to generate product ideas. And there are a couple of different ways in order to think about this. Now, one of the first things that you can do inside of the forums where your niche is, you want to look at all of the threads that recur. In other words, what are the questions that people are asking over and over and over again? Because obviously, even if they're getting answers, they're not satisfied with the answers that they're getting. They're not satisfied that they know how to execute whatever the advice is. Anything that indicates renewed interest. So in other words, think about broad topics within marketing, or within the internet world. When you think about ClickBank or Amazon or Facebook or WordPress, anytime that there's a major change in a mainstream trend inside of internet marketing in particular, then there's going to be renewed interest. Well, what does this mean to WordPress? What does this mean to those of us who do business on Amazon or Amazon Kindle? What does this mean for those of us who do business on Facebook? That's a great product subject, and that's a great way to create a product, because now that there's been a significant change, Facebook changes the rules or Google changes the rules, you now can inform them. You can inform your new buyers of what it is they need to do in order to either profit or protect themselves. Now, what you're going to do is, inside of any niche forum, this is going to be the case whether or not it's internet marketing or any other forum. You're going to go inside of the forum, okay, and you're going to start looking for recurring topics. And if you have any reservations about, well, how do you do that? Well, you simply go to Google and you type in the name of your niche and online forums, and you start looking inside of the forums based on your subject, based on the online forum search, and you're looking for those recurring topics inside of that forum. So in continuing, our discussion on generating unlimited product ideas, well, one of the things that you can do is you can subscribe to mailing lists for key leaders. you want to start thinking about, and we talked about this at the beginning, what products are or have been popular over the last few months. You're looking for the kind of products that basically identify desperate buyers. These are people who need to have a problem solved, and they buy product after product until they get the answer. Now, you're going to want to go to the homepage of YouTube, because YouTube is the second most searched search engine in the world. And where at one time you might have used a site like Design Articles or perhaps some other article marketing directory, YouTube really is a place where people are seeking information and where people are sharing information. And while it can be a social network, it is a place where it will give you what people are searching for just by going to their search bar and looking to see what kind of videos are being created and what kind of videos people are watching. Now, when you go through this process, you still just don't want to go and rush out there to create a product. The most important thing is to brainstorm a number of different ideas. Brainstorm 20 to 30 to 40 ideas based on the criteria that we talked about, and then start thinking about which one is going to make you the most money with your partners, which one is going to be a hit in the marketplace, which one is going to provide the customer with the most value. And once again, we return to this question. Do you want to stick with solely digital products, or do you want to incorporate physical products? Some marketers will incorporate physical products by taking the digital product or taking all the digital files, putting them on a hard drive and mailing them out physically to the buyer based on the fact that the perceived value is going to be higher because they're getting a physical product. Now, once again, if you're just starting out, this is a more complex. It's a more involved process, and it's one where you're going to need some support. It's going to need some help. And if you have a big selling product, you have a high ticket product, it may be a little difficult to navigate all those issues, provide the level of customer satisfaction that they expect, and provide digital products. So in the end, it's always going to be best to stick with a digital product and to deliver that product on time, automatically, every time. Once again, as you get more advanced and you understand how the whole process works, adding in or incorporating a physical product can be beneficial. So now, what are you going to call your product now that we're thinking about this? One of the things to think about is the way you name the product, or what you actually call it, matters to the customer. Right? You can call your product a blueprint. Once again, don't call it an ebook. Call it a program. Consider calling it a digital report or a confidential report, a special report. These are all names that you can consider delivering to your buyer. A guide or a course or tutorials. See, all of these things really give your buyer the increased perception or a perception of increased value. And this is kind of what you want to think through again as you start to narrow down what it is you're going to deliver and how you're going to deliver it. Now, when you put together the final process, you are putting together a system of products. You're putting together a system of products that are going to give your buyers value. They're going to give your affiliates an incentive to want to promote for you. And so understanding the market is important. Understanding what is going to sell is important. And you want to gather as much information as you can in order to do that. Once you understand that, do your research, put your products together, and then head straight to the next stage of the process, which is actually physically putting the product together. We're going to be talking about that for the rest of the course. So now you should have an overview. You have an idea of how to go about determining what your product is going to be. You should know and have all of the foundational elements in place. You understand what it is you're going to want to accomplish in this process. So now what we want to do is we want to now go through the process step by step of putting the product in order and getting it out for sale. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we are going to continue to look at our sales funnel, and we are going to put together the product that will actually become part of that front end offer, as well as the other offers that will be part of the system that we're putting together to generate perpetual cash flow. Now the system does require a focus on product creation. And if we focus on marketing at the same time, it's going to be difficult to also focus on the creation of high quality products that are going to be worth the value that we're going to be asking for in these 3 to 4 offers. So what we need to do is to team up with someone to create the actual product. Now we could do it ourselves. We could do all of the videos and PDFs and audios and then put together the membership sites and all the other things that we need to do. That's hard to do in a particular launch and effectively recruit affiliates and to do the marketing that's going to be necessary in order to create the momentum to generate significant income. And as a result of that, when we team up with someone, whether or not we outsource it or whether or not we work with someone, the product creation really does become our biggest single expense. So one of the ways to think about this is that when we team up with someone, we really want to look to not necessarily a 50-50 split in order to do the marketing while they do the product creation. The marketing is really still the most valuable part of the partnership, and as a result of that, you should be really looking to set the split at 60-40 or even 70-30, mainly because without the marketing, even a good product is not going to bring in a significant amount of income for that product creator or for yourself. So what you want to have in place is a written partnership agreement. Now, you're not starting another legal entity. That's not what we mean by partnership agreement. This partnership agreement should be specific for the actual product that's being created. When that product is complete, then the agreement effectively ends. And so when you draw up the agreement, just make sure that you understand what your responsibilities are and that there's a clear understanding of what the split is, and then how you will how you will receive the funds and how you'll handle refunds, and all of those things can be handled through your payment processing system, which we're going to be talking about in JVZoo when we get to that section of the course. Now, another way to do this is to have freelancers do some of this process for you. And of course, I've got written there that you can actually have freelancers not only create the product, but they can also create sales copy for you also. Every aspect of the product creation process, from the graphics to the actual product, to the PDFs, to packaging the product, all of those things can be outsourced so that you can focus on marketing. Because once again, if you don't bring the affiliates to the table, if you don't get the traffic to the offer, there really will not be significant income in product creation. And so when you look to outsource this process, you can go to sites like Elance and Odesk and all of the freelancing sites, guru.com, all the freelancing sites that have freelancers that are willing to do these things, and that they have a price where they're willing to commit their work, where their agreement with you ends. So in other words, they're not looking for a percentage of the product and a percentage of what you actually do with your marketing. They're looking to create the product as a job, and once they give it to you, their rights cease. And so that's another way to approach this process. Once again, it can be on the expensive end because you're really paying up front, but it can also be valuable to you because then you aren't splitting the profit with someone else. So those are two ways that you can actually get the entire process done. And once you work with a freelancer, or once you work with someone and you understand how they work and they understand what it is that you want in your product creation, it's really best to keep them so that as you continue to keep products, as you continue to create products, to create new systems, you will want to have that person working with you consistently. And that's how you will then be able to consistently deliver high value to your customers, both new and existing. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this marketing module part 5 and 6 videos. We will see you back in our next part 7 and 8 marketing module tutorials. So do keep in mind that me and the team do upload new instruction videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business for beginners, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to invest your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital courses on how to start an online business as a beginners. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate you all for keeping up with us thus far. We have many more great videos coming from here on out, especially for all you new beginners with no experience. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 7 and 8 marketing module tutorials about qualitative factors effective sales letters that you all can copy for free and implement online. Very beneficial to our viewers and subscribers. So let's see if we can get up to 2,000 likes less than a week to help me and the team to stay consistent with this YouTube algorithms. Please don't forget to give us your feedback. For now, keep your head up, you have nothing to lose, but to gain only knowledge and wisdom on how to start an online business for free and to start making real money online as me and the team continues to upload free digital education tutorials. So be sure to watch all the playlist videos on this channel. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details, so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about 17 qualitative factors of killer sales letters. Now, we've already talked about the basic principles in a prior video that need to be part of your sales letters. We're going to expand on this by giving you 17 more qualitative factors that you can expand on in order to make your sales letters more dynamic. Now, principle 1. You want to in your headline, make sure that you have or put in there a character, someone that your buyer can relate to. And in general, one of the best ways to illustrate that character is to give them a point A to point B result oriented story, something that they started out one way and they ended up another way, and for you to communicate that in your headline is a way to grab your prospect's attention. Principle number 2 is called throw the hook. And what you're doing in your subheadline, and that's the headline that comes right after your main headline, is to reveal a hidden benefit. And in fact, every time that you can in your subheadlines reveal hidden benefits, that really does catch, first of all, the people who are scrolling down the page, and it also helps you to tell a story. What you're doing with your subheadlines, if you string them all together as you move down the page, they should tell a story all by themselves and really move the buyer closer and closer toward making a decision. Principle number 3. You want to create a character with personality and make them memorable. And there are 3 ways in which you can create that personality. That's the authority, someone who speaks from their own position, what they say goes. The expert, one who's got the experience and proven themselves to be that expert, and someone who can relate to the buyer. Right? I was just like you, but I've achieved extraordinary results. So having a character in part of your sales letter with this from these perspectives, or one of these perspectives, again, draws in your buyer throughout the sales letter. Principle number 4 is you want to add in your personal story. Now, you don't want to make your personal story overly dramatic. Again, here's a case where moving from point A to point B, talking about how you experienced a change in your life, you experienced a change in the quality of your life, and using the principles that are inherent in your products or service. And this is something that you should communicate only if the prospect can relate to it. They can relate to an aspect of you changing your life or something that you know they desire to do. Principle number 5, social proof. In other words, you want your prospect to feel like they can do it too, and so you want to give them testimonials. You want to give them the opportunity to see people who have benefited from what it is that you're offering. In other words, a prospect is asking, has anybody else tried this? Most people do have a herd mindset, so they're going to move, and they like to see that other people have tried something before they move ahead. Principle number 6. You want to write to the primal brain. In other words, people really respond to things that they believe are going to be easy and simple, and they're not going to require any work, and that things are going to happen instantly. And people think this way regardless of how smart they are, regardless of what their IQ is. You want to talk to their subconscious. Their subconscious tends not to make difficult or complicated decisions. They answer questions like, should I or shouldn't I? That's the buying question that you want them to start asking, and that they will answer if you help them to do that by speaking to their primal brain. Their mind will turn off. You put complicated things in your copy or technical things, their mind's going to turn off, and so you want to speak to their primal brain in order to get them to make the decision in your favor. Principle number 7. Emphasizing the problem before the solution. Now, once again, you want to make sure that you don't present the solution before you talk about the prospect's problems. You want to make sure that prospect knows that you relate to them. They know that you understand what they are going through, and that you understand their fears. You understand what the problem will look like if it's carried out to an illogical conclusion. You exaggerate that problem. And you then are going to offer inferior solutions. And in other words, you're going to offer solutions that are real, but that fall short of the one that you were going to offer to them with your product or service. Principles number 8 or 9. Now, principle number 8 is damaging admission. In other words, you know that no product is perfect, and you want to confess any minor drawbacks in a way that moves that buyer closer to the buying, to making a decision for you. Because look, this is going to eliminate your bad characters. It's going to keep the good ones. This is going to give your product a realness that will build trust with that buyer even before they make the decision to hit the buy button. Now, principle number 9: covert benefits. In other words, you don't want to talk about the features of your product, the things that your product is. You want to talk about how that product changes the lives of your prospects. A benefit is something that is a qualitative way that your life changes. Now, obviously, that's going to be it's going to be something that will answer the question, why is that important? In other words, you might have an ebook that you are selling. Well, why is it important that your prospect have an ebook? Well, it's important because they're going to learn principles in order to make more money. Well, why is that important? Because they're going to increase their quality of life. Well, why is that important? Because it's going to help them to live the purpose for which they were created. So you want to continue to answer the question, why is that important? And benefits effectively do that. So in this case, let's think about that ebook again. What's one of the benefits? Well, it's instant. You get it right now. There's no waiting. No waiting for shipping or delivery. You're going to get it right now. Once again, speaking to that primal brain, something that is something that the prospect really wants, and something that is really going to be important to them as they make that decision. Principle number 10, you want to add in smart justifications. In other words, you want to answer the question for the prospect. They're asking the question, why should I buy from you and not from someone else? And you want to start then talking about what's unique about your product and your service. What is it that you're adding to this that your prospect should make the decision for you? Why is this price the one that they should buy at? Well, that's important. You want to make sure that you're talking about the value of what you're offering and what they're really getting in real value. And why right now? Why is it important that they buy now? What is it that they're going to miss out on? What is it that they are going to gain from buying now versus later? They're asking those questions, and you want to help them to make the decision in your favor, but you have to do that by justifying what it is that they want to do. Principle 11, make the value exceed their expectations. In other words, you're going to be talking about they're going to get 10 times the value for just a certain amount. Or in other words, you want to make sure that yes, you're asking for a certain amount, but they're going to get so much more if they get your offer. And you're going to make sure that they are going to expect the price to be extremely high based on what they're reading until you finally reveal the price where you are really giving them an extraordinary value for an extremely low price. This is actually called price slashing in traditional marketing. And principle number 12, you want to work in your sales letter to increase the perceived value. Remember, you're not selling the thing. You're not selling an ebook. You are selling a solution to your customer's problem, and that's what you want to talk about. How their problem is going to be solved, how they're going to accomplish their dreams. This is not just not just the features that you want to talk about. You want to continue to pad and to pound the benefits so that they understand in those terms that, yes, it may not be necessarily realistic, but remember, they're thinking with their primal brain. You want to make sure that they understand. Their lives are going to be easier. It's going to be, they're going to get those results faster than they ever dreamed that they could. So you're increasing that perceived value all along the way. Principle number 13, a constant call to action. So in other words, you want to make sure that if your sales letter is going to be long, you want to give your buyer several opportunities to hit the buy button. You want to place order links throughout your sales copy. You can place one after the benefits and components. You can place another one after the bonuses and guarantees. You can place another one at the end. Anytime that there's a logical conclusion where your buyer is ready to buy, then you want to put a buy button there, because some people don't want to read your entire copy. They don't want to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page. And if you can convince them with one paragraph near the top of the sales letter and get them to hit the buy button, well, that's what you want to do. Principle number 14, scarcity. Now, this is one that you should have both at the end and even throughout. You want to communicate the fact that they're not going to be able to get everything that you're offering at the point at which they're offering unless they take action now. So you can limit the quantity, right? You can limit the time. In other words, you can say that this offer is only going to be available till a certain date or at a certain time. You can limit the bonuses. So in other words, yeah, you can get the offer at this price, but you're going to miss out on the bonuses if you don't get in at this particular time. And remember, you want to make sure that you add in that damaging admission. Yeah, the website's always going to be here, right? But your life's not going to change. Your life's not going to be any different unless you take action now. Continue to emphasize scarcity to the buyer. Principle number 15, illustrate the future for them and show them what their lives are going to be like if they don't purchase now. right? Tell them what's going to happen. If they don't act now, paint the picture with your words. Tell them what's going to happen if they don't take action. Principle 16, the hidden benefit factor. Now, in that PS, you want to make sure that you are hiding more benefits. Make sure that you tell them about how, again, more elements about how their lives are going to change, how their business is going to get better, how things are going to happen for them that are qualitative. You want to emphasize these in that PS section there at the end. Continue to reveal hidden benefits throughout the sales letter, and especially there at the end. And then principle 17 for killer sales letters is this. All sales writing takes practice, and the only way that you're going to get better at writing copy is to write it over and over. So as you create more products in order to increase your income, consider doing your own sales letters. Make sure you're reading other sales letters, and make sure that you're understanding what elements are going into these sales letters in order to get people to buy. You need to understand these things, because even if you're going to hire out a sales letter, you want to understand what makes a sales letter work, and you want to make sure you understand what good copy is as you begin to create more and more sales funnels and more products. Make sure that you're practicing often, this skill. And even if you have to work with someone else, and if you do someone else's copy, that's a great way for you to be able to get more experience in doing your own sales copy. Well, those are the 17 qualitative factors of killer sales letters. And it's a way for you to take the basic principles that we talked about in the last video and to take them and to make them more dynamic so that you can build a better sales letter that will convert more and more of your front-end buyers. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can write a killer sales letter. We're going to be talking about some general considerations before we get into the basics of writing a sales letter. Now, you're going to want to really master this process yourself, because getting a copywriter could do this. It's probably going to cost you between $3,000 to $5,000, and that's probably going to have to be paid before you sell anything. And the higher the price of your product, the more convincing your offer is going to have to be to the customer. And so you are going to want to make sure that you have those key fundamental elements that we're going to be going over in this video in your sales copy. Now, the process really starts with a product that your customer just cannot do without. So really making sure that you've got a good product that's hitting the market, that's timed well, that the customer, that customers really do have a desire. That goes back to the research and the brainstorming process that we talked about earlier in the course. Now, your goal is to get people to buy now. Not just to buy, not to buy when they want to buy, but to buy right now. You want them to get involved with what you are offering. Now, you want to avoid fire sale pricing, if possible. You want to price your product at the value that you are trying to communicate to the customer. Fire sale pricing doesn't make you credible to either buyers or affiliates, and quite frankly, it will start to diminish your brand. If you want to attract affiliates on a continual basis, that's going to be difficult if you're offering fire sale pricing. Now, in general, what you want to do is you want to make sure that your pricing ends in 7. That's generally what internet marketing pricing does, and that is what customers expect. And there is some science on why the 7 actually works in terms of how people read numbers from left to right. In general, digital products that you're going to be offering in internet marketing, particularly the make money online niche, you want to end them in a 7. Now, let's talk about these 8 basic principles that need to be inside of your copy anytime you're going to be writing a sales letter, or even if you have a sales letter written for you. You want to look for these 8 elements. Now, you're going to want to have a good headline, and we'll talk about what that means in a minute. You want to make sure that you have sub-headlines throughout your copy. They actually break up the thought pattern. And when you look at the sub-headlines, if you were to read the sub-headlines all the way down through the sales copy, you'll find that they tell a story in and of themselves. Now, you want to make sure that you've got an introduction. Kind of gives people an idea of who you are and why you're presenting this product. You want to talk about, we're going to regurgitate. In other words, we really want to give the buyer the opportunity to see what it is that we're offering, and we want to see that they understand what this product is going to do relative to their problem. So we want to make sure that we are telling them that we understand their problem. We're setting them up to make sure that they know that we've made the connection. And we're going to present the solution. And of course, the solution then is going to be our product. Our product is the solution in context to their problem. Now, the other thing we want to do, we want to handle objections. Of course, there's several ways to do that. The classic way to do that is with testimonials. Of course, we want to be able to make sure that our testimonials offset all of a buyer's potential objections. Now, there are some other ways to do that. We'll talk about that here in a minute, but basically, you want those testimonials, you want that social proof, you want it to really give people the opportunity to say yes to you, and in order to do that, you've got to help them to overcome any potential objections that they have. And of course, you're going to have one or many calls to action. In other words, you want to make sure that you're telling the buyer, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to go to the buy button now. Handling them and really giving them specific directions as to what you want them to do. And of course, your sales letter can include often a PS, a postscript at the end of the letter. Web copy is really a personal letter. It's from one person to another. It's communicating to that person why it is that they should buy, who you are, and why it is, of course, as we said in the outset, why should they buy now? And so we want to make sure that the sales letter that we write does drive them to buy and buy now. So what about the headline? Well, the headline really is the most important part of the sales letter. And that headline is that first thing that they're going to read. It grabs them by the throat. And either the prospect continues to read or they click away and go someplace else. So you want to make sure that you grab their attention. Color is important. And there's a code there, and you want to take a look, and you want to make sure you use that bright, solid red that communicates to them, look at me. That headline screams, look at me first. And in general, there are several fonts that marketers use. In testing, in general, the font tends to be Tahoma, Myriad, WebPro, Impact, Arial, or sometimes even black. But regardless, you want to make sure that you are using, again, the font that marketers are going to be anticipating that says, hey, look at me and look at that headline. You want to make sure that that font is going to be about 30 to 36 point. Again, not overwhelmingly big, but big enough so that it stands out to the buyer when they come to the page. Start your headline with words like announcing, attention, an open letter, discover, or how to. All of those things really get their brain thinking and moving in the direction so that they will continue reading. You don't want them to come to your headline and be bored. You don't want them to come to your headline and decide they want to go someplace else and read other things. Now, another thing you want to do in your headline is to call on a specific audience. You want to say to all internet marketers, to men wanting to date women. You want to make sure that your headline speaks to someone specific in what it says and in how you say it. And of course, you want to address the headline, and you want it to address you. And you don't want to use general terms like you all. You want to say you. Remember, it's a personal letter. You want to promise a benefit in the headline and show specific results. Now, there are some other things that the headline really does need to have. We want to go over those things right now. Now, here's a bad headline. How to get the woman of your dreams. Now, it sounds like it's salesy, but it's really not. Really, it's generic. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't really call anybody to action. It doesn't really give anything specific. Now, here is how you might improve that. Here's how a 23-year-old goofy geek got phone numbers from 17 attractive girls in 1 week, and now he's about to spill the beans. Promises that benefit a specific result. You've got something there that grabs the reader by their throat. In your headline, you want to have a character. Notice how you've got a character in that headline. Goofy geek, right? Now, that's someone that even if you're not a goofy geek, you know who that person is. You can probably relate to that person. Now, you want to make sure that you have the headline that's going to speak to your prospect. Now, there is some science to making sure that you have your letters typed correctly. So make sure that your starting letters are in uppercase and the rest in lowercase. So don't do all caps, even though that might seem like it's really shouting and grabbing attention in internet speak. However, in a sales letter, you want to have just the starting letters in uppercase, and then the rest of the letters in lowercase. Now, sometimes a headline can also use a cliffhanger technique, and you'll see that being used in television, and you'll see that being used all over the place. And you basically want to give the reader just enough to make them curious. You don't want to tell them everything. You want to leave them, and you want to trail it off so that they've got to keep reading in order to find out what is in the rest of the sales letter. And of course, what you want to do in your copy is you want the headline to move them on. You want it to press their hot buttons. Now, what do I mean by hot buttons? Let's talk about that here for a minute. Here are your hot button words that you can use in your headline. Easy, fast, more, less, instant, right? New. All of these things are tested, time tested. Guarantee, proven, sexy, extra, bonus, original, safe. All of these things really do communicate to the buyer that they should keep reading, right? Certified, no risk, wanted, secret, limited time only. Use these words liberally in your headline and even throughout your copy also. Now, let's move on to the subheadline, which comes right after the headline. And with the subheadline is really, it's a hook. All it does is you've grabbed their attention with the headline, and now you want them to keep reading, and the subheadline actually does that. And you're going to have a subheadline every few paragraphs in your sales letter. You want to make sure that it's smaller than the headline. So you want to make sure that it's not the very same thing as the headline. The headline, remember, grabs their attention, but the subheadline is important too, and it keeps their attention and it keeps them moving in their reading. Now, here's one of the most important parts of this headline. It's really for those people who scroll through the page, right? And so what it does is it catches them and it forces them to read that subheadline because it stands out from the rest of the text, even though it's not the same as the headline. Now, not everyone's going to read your subheadline. Now, when you look at all of the subheadlines together, if you read them one by one and you skip over the text, all those subheadlines should tell a story. Right? They should tell a story all by themselves and lead the buyer down the page. So now the third element is the introduction. Now in the introduction, you want to really qualify that prospect. You talk about his or her problems. You talk about what they are aspiring to. You make sure they know that you are relating to them. And you don't want to use dear friend. Okay, that's something that internet marketers have come to use and they have come to put in sales letters, but you want to avoid that. That really screams that your sales letter is insecure, is insincere, and that you haven't really thought through your prospect. You don't really know them all that well. Be specific also. Talk about it, dear frustrated marketer, or dear someone dear someone who wants to double their dating. Really get specific in your language when you do your introduction. Talk about them a little bit, right? Talk about yourself a little bit. Talk about how you have the same problem. Talk about how you can relate to what they're going to. Really establish that connection in your introduction, because the prospect is asking, who are you? And why should I listen to you? Now, we're going to move on to something that sounds slightly similar, but it is a necessary part of your sales letter. It's called regurgitation. And it really is this process of exaggerating the existing problem. You are going to make sure that your buyer knows that you understand what they're going through. Now, the reason that you're going to do that is because you're going to exaggerate the problem. Because a buyer understands their problem in exaggerated terms. They're thinking about the worst case scenario. And you are going to do the best you can to take them there visually and through your words. So now what you want to do in the regurgitation process, you want to introduce solutions to them, but these solutions are going to be inferior to what you are eventually going to offer. So, for example, if you were talking to an internet marketer, one solution would be to have someone, a professional, create a product for them. Let's say that your product was about product creation. You'd talk to them about how they could have someone create a product for them and do all the work for them, and talk about how much that would cost, right? And so you are always going to present a choice to them that's real, but one that is less than acceptable to them. So finally, once you have set the stage by exaggerating the problem, so they know you understand, they know you understand, you've made that connection with them because you've explained that problem in terms that they are seeing in their own life and in their own mind, you are going to present your solution. And you start out by saying introducing. Right? Introducing whatever your product name is. And then you want to start talking about the benefits. What does your product offer? What does your service offer? Now, when you have more than one component, right? When your product offers more than one key benefit, has more than one aspect, you want to use Johnson boxes. And they're little colored boxes that really highlight one particular aspect or one particular component of the product. You want to put each component inside of a Johnson box. Now, just in general, right? You want to take the benefit words and any result-oriented words, easy, fast, or twice the power. You want to take those words inside of your solution paragraph and just highlight them. And you highlight them by putting a little yellow highlighting, almost looks like a marker behind or on top of it, so that it looks like you have taken a yellow marker, a highlighter marker, and just made sure that the buyer understands easy and fast is key. This emphasis is also very important as you present the solution to them. And of course, we talked about this, you want to handle their objections. So you want to make sure that you understand all of the frequently asked questions of your buyer with respect to your product or service. So you want to take your testimonials, and those testimonials really should answer in detail those frequently asked questions. And if you have any endorsements from people that your buyer would know, you want to make sure those things are in there. Those endorsements really strengthen and they really add proof to the fact that your product does what you say it can do. And then what your guarantee does. You want to have a guarantee because the guarantee helps to remove their doubts. You want to make sure you take away their risk. There's some people who'd want to try your product and they want to try and make sure, they want to try it and see if it's for them. But you've got to take away the risk from them. And when possible, right, real life case studies are proof. Now there is social proof and then there is proof. Case studies provide scientific proof that your product works. This isn't necessarily always going to be someone who's willing to give you a testimonial. This is going to be the case study, scientific evidence that what you are offering actually works. Now remember, all throughout your sales letter, and it's important to emphasize this here, this is a one-way conversation, and that's why you need to go through this process of removing the doubts from your buyer. You got to take them through this, because if you remove their doubts, they will then make the effort to go ahead and buy. If your buyer has already read to this point in the sales letter, they probably want to buy, but you've got to take them that next step to remove their doubts so that they will then pull out their credit card or get into their PayPal account and keep buying. Now, in and throughout your sales letter, you should be giving your buyer a call to action. Tell them what the price is and tell them exactly what they need to do, and tell them to do it now. You don't want them to leave your sales page and then to go and to think about something else they've got to do, or to go to work, or to start thinking about family. You want them to make the decision to buy. And one of the ways that you do that is inside your call to action is with your words. Paint the picture. Paint the picture and show them a future that they are going to have if they don't buy this product now. Tell them what their life is going to be like if they don't take action. Use the bonus here, right? Use the bonus as additional bait. In other words, that bonus is going to go away if they don't take action now. It actually gets into scarcity, but you want to make that part of the call to action. You're going to say the bonus is only going to be available for a little while longer. And now, this is actually, your postscript. P.S. Right? It's at the end of the sales letter. You've already ended. They've already seen the call to action. They've seen several call to action buttons. They've seen they've been given several opportunities to buy. But now at the end, you want to come back and you want to re-emphasize. You want to talk about the hidden benefits. What is it that's hidden in this product that you didn't talk about? Something that maybe they didn't know about. Talk about a benefit and how their life is going to change if they take action now. Go back through and get those key phrases that really press them to make a decision now. Talk about the things that remove their doubts. And in that PS, maybe you had some testimonials that were not as strong as you'd like them to be, or they didn't necessarily remove doubts, or they didn't address objections. Well, you want to put them down there. Add them down there in the PS so that the buyer can see once again that someone has actually experienced a product and they like it, they're satisfied with it. Now, of course, you've probably seen it, and you can use multiple versions of PS. But now it's recommended that you only use 3. And 3 is probably the maximum that a buyer can really handle at any one time. And beyond that, it's probably going to be a little bit of overkill. Now, we have gone through the basic elements of writing sales copy. Now, what we want to do in the next video is to give you some qualitative factors to take these basics and to make them dynamic. So make sure these are the principles that must be in your sales letter. They must be there. But now we're going to talk about how you take those and how you really make them so that they move that buyer and make them take action. We're going to show you how to make that copy stand out and convert your buyer in the next video. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in that next video.
That's it for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this marketing module part 7 and 8 videos. Be sure to tune in our part 9 and 10 marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new instruction videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business for beginners, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to invest your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital courses on how to start an online business as a beginners. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate you all for keeping up with us thus far. We have many more great videos coming from here on out, especially for all you new beginners with no experience. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 9 and 10th marketing module tutorials about upsells and creating your video sales letter that you all can copy for free and implement online. Very beneficial to our viewers and subscribers. So let's see if we can get up to 2,000 likes less than a week to help me and the team to stay consistent with this YouTube algorithm. So please don't forget to give us your feedback. We definitely would like to know how we are doing with our free education online content. For now, keep your head up. You have nothing to lose, but to gain only knowledge and wisdom on how to start an online business for free and to start making real money online as me and the team continues to upload free digital education tutorials. So be sure to watch all the playlist videos on this channel. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Welcome back. Now in this brief video, we're going to be talking about how you take your sales copy and turn it into your video sales letter. And if you have done the work on your copy, it's going to be a pretty easy step for you to be able to take. You are basically going to convert your copy into your video sales letter. This is going to be an easy process. In most cases, you're going to take your same video sales letter by breaking it up into phrases to fit into PowerPoint presentation slides. And when you do that, of course, you'll then need to record that PowerPoint presentation using Camtasia Studio or ScreenFlow. Now, you will want to use one of these programs primarily because of the editing features that you do have available to you in those programs. Now, if you don't have them and it's not something that you can expend on, you can use some of the other screen sharing programs such as Screencast-O-Matic or some of the other ones. However, this is a job that you want to make sure that your video sales letter is appearing correctly and that the timing is right. So what Camtasia and ScreenFlow allow you to do is to go back, and as you are reading in real time, you'll want to go back and cut out some of the gaps in your video sales letter. Now, you should use simple black and white text, and you'll highlight some benefit-based terms in red, but you don't have to do that a lot, because if you highlight red terms in every slide, then that gives or takes away from the highlighting effect. So what you want to do is make sure that you are using a simple black and white text throughout your presentation. Now, you'll also want to make sure to incorporate all of the images from your sales page on your presentation slides. So, for instance, when you introduce the product, you'll want to say introducing, and you'll want to show that image. It's very important that you use the images from your sales page in your actual sales presentation. Now, lastly, there are a number of marketers who will have the video sales letter, the entire thing, voice over. And that is something that you can do, and it is definitely a professional touch in order to have it done. It does take away some of the authenticity from the sales process, and you are doing, you are basically doing direct marketing. It's one-to-one, person-to-person, and because you are delivering what is a sales letter, it's perfectly acceptable to have your sales letter outsourced, but the video sales letter, if possible, is something that you should personally communicate and personally deliver, because it not only does it add to the authenticity, but it also really allows you to make that connection to the buyer, having them know that you truly are, as a product creator, understanding of who they are and why they should buy this product from you. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. In this video, we're going to continue to talk about how to implement the sales funnel. And in particular, you've been looking at the diagram. We've been talking about upsells. I do want to talk about what upsells are and why they're important to this process. Now, after the front end purchase, your buyer will see another offer, and that's going to be your first upsell. And actually, they're going to see 2 other upsells right after that. So what does that mean? Well, if you think about it, if you've ever purchased a domain name at GoDaddy, and if you haven't, it's almost worth going to purchase one in order to see this process. GoDaddy will give you several opportunities to make several purchases, and they give you these opportunities so that you can enhance what you're already buying. They probably don't make a lot of money on domain names altogether, but they probably make a lot more of their profit on the sale of other products and services. And so they give you several offers throughout the checkout process before you actually get to actually pay. And that's basically what you're doing the same thing that GoDaddy does. Domino's Pizza does the same thing, and they give you several opportunities to order more and to add more to your pizza and to add other other things to the pizza, adding drinks, and they give you the opportunities again to spend more money and to actually generate more profit for Domino's. And you actually see this with Best Buy after you've purchased something, and they will give you the opportunity to get accessories, and also give you the opportunity to get a plan, right, to protect your, to protect the repairs. All kinds of companies, large and small, will provide their buyers with upsell opportunities, and you want to do the very same thing. A digital product in that respect is no different than a physical product. So you're going to see this from the sales funnels of 7 to 8 figure marketers. This is the way that you multiply your profits. And in fact, we talked about customer lifetime value, but this can almost skyrocket your customer lifetime value by, in some cases, over 1,000 to 1,400%. It's very easy to do that if a customer makes a front-end purchase and buys all the upsells that you give them. So what you want to do, and what we have been talking about in this course, is you're building a 3-level upsell. Now, you don't want to do more than that. Now, this will irritate your customer, and it will keep them and prevent them from wanting to go into another buying relationship with you again, even as they are on your email list. So 3 is the limit. In some cases, you may want to consider, based on the niche, even doing less than that. Now, overall, this is going to increase your conversion rates. It really is the key. This model, or adding in an upsell, giving them the opportunity once they make your front-end purchase to buy more, is the key to exponential profit. You have the buyer right there, and this is why, even if you don't have a lot of traffic, you are exercising the maximum opportunity for the buyer while they're there. So you have one buyer that might make 4 purchases, and if you think about it, if you were to use paid advertising to try to acquire 4 new customers to make 1 front-end sale, that's going to cost you. Well, this doesn't cost you anything because the buyer is already there. Whatever you paid, or whatever that buyer actually cost you, if you actually attracted them through paid traffic, that is the cost that you'll be paying. But you will be seeing a high ROI because they will be buying 3 to 4 products from that one appearance or that one visit to your site. And probably the key in this, and we're going to be talking about this in the rest of the course, this is very easy to set up in JVZoo. Very easy, and you will be able to set up your upsells with astonishing ease. All you'll need to do is to make sure your copy is right and that you have it on the right web page, but setting up your upsells is going to be very easy, and you're going to be able to do that with JVZoo. So that is the benefit of doing upsells inside of your product funnel. It is the key to being able to maximize what it is that you're doing with your visitors when they come to your site. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about a related subject, specifically with this model. We're going to be talking about downsells and traditional downsells and downsells and how you are going to execute them. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching this marketing module part 9 and 10th videos. Be sure to tune in our part 11 and 12 marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new instruction videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business for beginners, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to invest your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital courses on how to start an online business as a beginner on this YouTube video channel playlist tutorials. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate all you viewers and subscribers for keeping up with us thus far. This channel has now reached over 100,000 viewers and over 3,000 subscribers in less than 3 months. So if you have not been watching all our previous upload videos, we are also now giving out a free $300 bonus on every single videos for everyone who watches our videos all the way through the end. So be sure that you do not skip any of the new video we put out and that you watch it all the way through. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 11 and 12th marketing module tutorial about closing more sales and setting up your product funnel in JVZoo to help you start making real money online for free. And let's see if we can get up to 2,000 likes less than a week to help me and the team to stay consistent with this YouTube algorithms. So be sure to watch all the playlist videos on this channel. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
But in this model, we're going to do things a little differently. We are going to move them from the first upsell to the second upsell, whether or not they buy the first upsell. Now, what that means is that the buyer is going to see all 3 of our offers, and the flow of this pretty much goes that if the buyer decides to buy the first upsell, then they'll see the second upsell. If the buyer decides not to buy the first upsell, they'll still see the second upsell. And at the second upsell, if the buyer decides to buy it, they'll see the third one. If the buyer decides not to buy it, they'll still see the third one. And this is what makes this funnel so powerful. They're going to see all 3 of our intended offers at the price and at the value that they were intended. Now, in effect, your buyers will still see all 3 offers, whether they choose to buy or not. The upsell is basically the same as the downsell. They're just structured in the places where those two offers would normally be seen. But once again, you're going to see that all this is going to be very easy to set up in JVZoo, and it's going to be very sensible. You're going to be able to put it together fairly easily. Now, here's the benefit of doing things this way. You will close more sales by adding in downsells. So in other words, it isn't just a matter of your having to give up on them buying upsells. It isn't a matter of your having to give up after having them turn you down after the second upsell. You are going to give them every opportunity in order to buy from you. Now, one thing about this, you may have to be prepared if your feedback is negative from multiple buyers. So in other words, you may get a lot of negative feedback if buyers have to go through that process 3 times. So you'll have to really monitor and really determine if a third upsell or a second upsell is something, downsell is something that you want to do and want to do continually. But in general, you are going to close more sales and you're going to bring in more people, even with the downsell, and especially if you're not creating different offers. You want to create those 3 additional offers and you want your buyer to see them regardless of what they decide. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. We are now inside of the JVZoo seller's dashboard, and what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the process of putting together your sales funnel so that it will operate exactly how we've been talking about in this course. Now, you are going to need to have a JVZoo account. You're going to need to open an account and connect your PayPal account so that it will work. The other thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to create a product. Now, you'll notice that in the seller's dashboard, if you've never created a JVZoo product, you notice that I have 4 that I've created right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go into the edit function so that you can see what it looks like on the inside to create a product in JVZoo. Now, inside of this JVZoo product, you're going to notice a couple of things. The front end product, which is the one that I just opened, that's going to be your first product, the one that your buyer is going to see first. You'll notice that I have clicked the button that says allow sales. You'll also notice that I have here that the product currently is not showing in the marketplace. However, when I start this process, I'm actually going to click, and this is going to be yes, because I do want this product to show in the marketplace so that affiliates can find it, as well as buyers looking for products on specific topics. Now, I've just called this product front end product just for the sake of this tutorial. Now, obviously, you're going to call your product and you're going to title it according to what niche you are offering it in. Now, I'm going to go ahead for the sake of the example, and we're just going to change this to what we said a good front end price is. Now, as we move down the page, you're going to notice a couple of things here. JVZoo is going to default to a 0 commission percentage, payout percentage. And what you're going to do, you're going to change this to a default payout percentage of 50%. Now, understand you can go back when you have individual affiliates that you want to pay more or a higher commission. You can change them individually. So setting the default commission doesn't mean you're going to be locked in when you have one affiliate that you want to either consider giving 100% commissions or 75% or a higher percentage, whatever you're going to offer. We're going to turn off the subscription because this is the front end. It's going to be a one-time purchase. If we wanted to limit the quantity, we could do that. We're not going to do that in this front end product. We're going to leave it as is. We're going to allow it to generate unlimited sales. And as we move down the page, there are a couple other things that you want to take note of. Now, if you are challenged in terms of putting together a graphical sales page, you can use the JVZoo instant sales page. You can also use either a protected download to deliver your product, where you're going to send them a link and send them to a website, or you can send them straight to a protected thank you page. Okay, whichever one suits your business, or whichever one that you can set up very easily. Now, one other thing that you want to consider here is that when you get ready to start recruiting affiliates, you're going to want to fill this in. We're going to talk about that in the affiliate video, so you don't have to worry about that at this point. Now, a couple of other things that we're going to just chat about here is the fact that when you say you're going to show your product in the JVZoo marketplace, you do want to put your description in there, and you want it to be, to have the right keywords so that people who are looking for a specific topic in the marketplace will find it. You also want to have specific topics so that affiliates can find you also. Okay, so you're going to fill this information in. The other thing that you'll want to take note of, and we are going to be talking about in the autoresponder video, we're going to talk about the fact that every product that you create on JVZoo gives you the option of giving the buyer the opportunity to become part of your list. So in other words, this process happens automatically. The buyer makes their purchase and they are instantly placed on your email marketing list. And that really is a powerful feature when you use JVZoo. The other thing, of course, is that you can include as a bonus a webinar, so that you can, if you place your GoToWebinar URL in that field that we're looking at right here, your buyer will automatically be added to your webinar, so that they will be instantly registered. They don't have to put in another URL. And if you're going to maybe consider providing an opportunity for them to get another upsell or another opportunity to upsell on the webinar, I mean, you can do that. And so once again, JVZoo is an ideal platform for some of these reasons. Now, what we've just done is we've gone through the basics of putting together your front-end product. Now, there are some slight differences between the front-end product that you're going to be putting together and the upsells. And let's go over those things right now. So I'm going to come back to my dashboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside of the upsell or upsell 1. Right? And remember, we're just titling that just for the sake of example. You're going to actually create this product in JVZoo when you go in. Now, you are going to allow sales at the point of the launch. But the one thing that you're not going to do is you're not going to have this product showing in the JVZoo marketplace, because you want to make sure that the only people that see this offer are those who have seen your front end offer. So you don't want it to show up by default. You want people to see this offer once they've seen the front end, mainly because they're going to be connected directly to what you're going to offer in your front-end product. Now, just a few other things here. One thing that you can do, and might be a smart thing to do, is when you have your buyer, and we're looking at the delivery method right here, we can send the buyer to a download page where they can get just this upsell product. But one great way to do this is to send them to a download page where they're going to be able to get their front end product and the upsell product. So in other words, you don't want them to have to hunt around in order to find your download page, or hunt around in order to find the page where they can download. If you are a little tech savvy, or you have a little capital to work with, you can actually have someone set up a membership site, so that every person that buys, according to whatever level they buy in, they'll be able to get to the level in one membership site. In other words, you have one membership site, and if the buyer buys the front end and maybe the third upsell, that's all they'll have access to. And so you can have membership sites that are set up that way. If you know how to do them, you can certainly set them up. If you don't, there are people that can set them up inside of places like Odesk, inside of places like Elance and the Warrior Forum. Now, one other thing, again, you are going to want to set up your affiliate terms. However, when you set up the sales funnel, and that is what we are about to take a look at now, your affiliates will be able to apply for the front end product, and then they will automatically get access to promote this product also, which is connected to it. So that means that you're going to want to think carefully about how you set your commission payout. Because if you are going to give some affiliates the opportunity to earn 75 to 100% on the front end, and that is your incentive to them, well, then you can actually profit on this product or on the upsell, depending on how you set the percentage. And you want to kind of think through how you want to set up the percentages based on how your products are priced and how you expect to profit. Okay, but that's pretty much the setup, or the difference between this setup and the front end setup. And you're obviously going to be setting up products number 2 and 3 in a similar manner, but you're going to set them up according to what you are setting as the offer. So we've now set up a front end product, and we've now set up an upsell product, which you can then take these same steps and you can set up your upsell 2 and upsell 3. Now what we need to do is to move on and set up the sales funnel inside of JVZoo. Now what we're going to do is when we come to the page, we're going to go to the seller's dashboard or the seller's tab. We're going to click on sales funnel. And that's going to bring us to the page you're looking at right now. We're going to start by clicking the button add a sales funnel. We're going to then name our sales funnel, and we're going to name it, in this particular case, we're going to name it funnel overview, just for the sake of example. And we're going to click save sales funnel. Now when we do that, JVZoo is going to ask you for the front end or the first product. And for the sake of simplicity in this example, I've called this front end offer product. This is actually going to be your product name that's going to show here. So don't look for it to say front end. Look for your product name. Whatever your product name is and the front end, that is what will be showing inside of JVZoo. And you're going to click, once again, save sales funnel. That's going to bring you inside of a screen where you're going to see what looks like a matrix or a bracket. There's going to be nothing in the bracket because we haven't set anything up yet. What we're going to do now is come all the way to the bottom. You're going to see your product there. That's your front end product. And JVZoo is now going to ask you for an upsell and a downsell. Now remember, our upsell is actually going to be the same as the downsell. So we are going to set up this upsell and downsell literally as the same thing with this product. So in this particular case, here's what we're going to do. We're going to add the first upsell. And you'll see it now on the matrix. So let's think about what we now want to see here. What do we want to see in these two boxes? Well, when the buyer buys, we obviously want them to go to the second upsell. But remember, when the buyer does not buy after the first upsell, we want them to go to the second upsell. So in other words, they want them to go from upsell 1 to upsell 2. If they decide not to buy, we want them to go to upsell 2. So now the downsell, or what's called the downsell, after upsell 1, we want the buyer to see upsell 2. We're going to add that there. Right? After upsell 1, we want the buyer to see upsell 2. After upsell 2, we want the buyer to see upsell 3. And after upsell 3, we don't want them to see anything. Right? So we don't want them to see. Now, what happens after upsell 1? If they decide not to take us up on upsell 2, what do we want them to see? We want them to see upsell 3 in terms of our product matrix. Okay, so now we see it. The front end to upsell 1 to upsell 2, right? And whenever they see upsell 2, we want them to go on then to upsell 3. So now our matrix is set up so that this person, if they decide not to do upsell 1, they're going to see upsell 2. If they decide to do upsell 2, they're going to see upsell 3. But if they decide not to do upsell 2, we want to set it up so they will see upsell 3. Okay, now let's go over this. Let's make sure that we have everything. Now, one thing that you want to keep aware of, and JVZoo even says this, that the visual funnel may not show all the products or the exact flow. So where you want to make sure that you've got things right is this matrix. So let's take a look and make sure that what's happening is exactly what we want to happen. The buyer comes to your product and they decide to buy your front-end product. What's going to happen is they are going to decide whether or not they're going to buy upsell 1. That's going to be the first thing they're going to see. Well, what happens if they decide not to buy upsell 1? They're going to then see upsell 2. Right? When they see upsell 2, as you can see here, what's going to happen? If they decide to move on and buy upsell 2, they're going to see upsell 3. If they decide not to buy upsell 2, they're still going to see upsell 3. And of course, then after upsell 3, they're not going to see anything. So that is exactly what we want to happen. We want your front-end buyer to make a decision about upsell 1. Regardless of what they decide, they're going to see upsell 2. Once they see upsell 2, regardless of what they decide, they're going to see upsell 3. And that is exactly what we want to happen. We want them to see all 4 offers. They want to see the front-end offer, and we then want them to see the 3 offers right after that. And JVZoo makes this easy to understand and to walk through and to set up. So now all we need to do is to make sure that our buyer actually gets the delivery of the products and services that we promise. So we're going to have to be careful about how we set up the download pages. But now they're going to see all of the offers that they are supposed to see. And that is exactly what we want to happen, because in so doing, we maximize our product. We maximize the opportunities that we have to generate income with one buyer. And that is the key to this process, is being able to give your buyer the maximum opportunity to see 4 relevant offers so that we maximize the customer lifetime value. And that's pretty much how we set it up in JVZoo. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to you all for watching this marketing module part 11th and 12th videos. And as we promised to give away a $300 bonus below the descriptions of this video. So be sure to check that out and grab your free bonus, and that you all tune in our part 13th and 14th marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new instruction videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business for beginners, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to invest your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital courses on how to start an online business as a beginner on this YouTube video channel playlist tutorials. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate all you viewers and subscribers for keeping up with us thus far. This channel has now reached over 100,000 viewers and over 300 subscribers in less than 3 months. So if you have not been watching all our previous upload videos, we are also now have been giving out a free $300 giveaway on every single videos for everyone who watches our videos all the way to the end. So be sure that you do not skip any of the new videos we put out and that you watch it all the way through. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 13 and 14th marketing module tutorial about setting up your buyers list using a GetResponse tool, and how to create a free offer on your squeeze page to help you start making money online for free. And let's see if we can get up to 2,000 likes less than a week. to help me and the team to stay consistent with this YouTube algorithms. So be sure to watch all the playlist videos on this channel. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we are going to set up your buyers list, and we're going to do that with GetResponse. You can use other autoresponders, but if you don't have an autoresponder account, GetResponse integrates nicely with JVZoo, and there is a relationship between JVZoo and GetResponse where you can open your GetResponse account. So for the sake of this example, so that we can set up your buyers list, let's go ahead and start by going into GetResponse so that we can create an initial list for your buyers to come into once they have purchased your front end product. You'll start with the try it free button if you don't have a GetResponse account. And if you do, let's just go ahead and log into GetResponse. Okay, once we're inside of GetResponse, what we're going to do is we're going to create a brand new campaign. And all you've got to do is to come to this corner drop down box, and you're going to just click the down arrow and go to create campaign. The campaign needs to be all one word, so we're just going to call this new front end product funnel, and we're going to click create a new campaign. Now it says our campaign was successfully created. We're going to go in and we're going to edit our campaign settings. Okay, your general settings are going to have your name and address and all of those things that you'll use in order to set up your account. We're not going to go over those. You are going to want to title your campaign, and you are going to want to give your campaign a description. Adding your logo is a nice professional touch. It is not mandatory, but it's a nice thing to do so that when buyers or other people see your list, they'll see your logo associated with it. Now, one of the things that you'll want to take a look at here is the permission, and that's going to be the key factor here. And when we look at permission, we are going to want to consider whether or not we are going to want to enable confirmed opt-in. And that means that in order for the buyer to become part of your list, they'll need to confirm with an email. And we are going to, for the sake of adding the buyer, it's likely that your buyer is probably not going to be checking their email. They're going to be excited about their product. And if we only give them the opportunity to become part of our list, if they confirm, it's likely we'll miss out on a lot of subscribers, and your buyer will miss out on all the other good things that you have to offer. Therefore, we are not going to enable confirmed opt-in in order to work with JVZoo, and we're going to leave that there. Now, in particular, when we do so once we've done that, there will be no confirmation page that is necessary, and all we're going to do then is save our settings, and then we will be ready to get started. Now that our list is set up, we are going to need some information for JVZoo, and we're going to get that information by going to the My Account tab here at the top. And we're going to go to that tab, and we're going to go to our integrations. When we do that, you're going to see GetResponse API. You're going to see a link there. Go ahead and click that GetResponse API link. And you're going to come to a screen that says My Secret API Key. Now, obviously, this is blanked out because it is a secret key. You want to go ahead and click the button that says Copy to Clipboard. So click that button. You're then ready to come back to your JVZoo front-end offer product. And you're just going to go into the Edit function. And you're going to come to the right-hand side and open up the autoresponder integration. You're going to choose your autoresponder, and that's going to be GetResponse. And you'll notice that JVZoo asks you, it says, save your GetResponse API on your account page to get the full benefit of this single opt-in functionality. So you can either add it here, but one of the things that you want to do if you're using get response is to go ahead and to add it here, because JVZoo integrates with get response so that you will not have to have a double opt-in. So let's go ahead and just click that account page right now. That's going to bring us to this page. We're going to add in our API key. Now this is going to be blurred out for you. And we're going to click Save Get Response Account. Now what you can do inside of JVZoo is you can set it up so that all the products you create, all those buyers go to one email list. You could set it up that way. You probably don't want to set it up. You probably want to individualize it. But if you're creating products and they're all going to be in the same niche and they're all going to have a very similar focus, it can be a good thing. However, it can be a little convoluted if your buyer buys multiple products, and that is certainly what you want them to do. So we're not going to set up the default get response campaign. We're going to go back to our product and we're going to set up the individual campaign that we just set up inside of get response. So we are back inside of our product now, and what we're going to do is we're going to select the get response autoresponder. And so now all we're going to do here is we're going to click load defaults, right, for our API key for this campaign. And that's going to bring in our get response key that we've already set up. And we can do that for all of our products now whenever we have them set up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to get response, and in the drop down box, JVZoo is now going to access get response, and it's going to literally go and get all of the campaign names, so that all we've got to do is to find our campaign name in the drop down box. And you'll see there's our product name, new product funnel. And so now all the buyers that buy our front end product, they will be automatically added to the new product funnel list without having to opt in a second time. That means that you will be building a list of buyers that you will be able to not only market to, but also you can literally send them to the offers that you have created for this product. So setting up lists specifically tied to a specific product and giving them a specific sequence is a smart thing to do. And using the integration that JVZoo has with get response is also very efficient, and a very efficient way of being able to build a buyer's list while not irritating the customer, having to opt them in order to give them updates. This is a very smooth way, and they are automatically added without having to do 2 or 3 different steps in order to do that. So this is a great way for you to build a buyer's list and continue to expand and to get leverage on your product creation. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, now in this video, we're going to discuss what you can do in order to collect the names and email addresses of some of the visitors that come to your website that are not necessarily ready to buy from you, or not necessarily ready to take the next step in terms of getting into a product or service that you are offering. And so what you need to do then is you need to create what's called a squeeze page or landing page, where you can offer your visitors a free report or some kind of information that will help them in their business until they're ready to buy. But you want to be able to market to them continually until that happens. Well, one of the ways in which you do that, and you're looking at Get Response right now. Now, Get Response actually offers a service. It is their landing page creator. And one of the advantages to their landing page creator is that you can create a decent looking landing page or squeeze page without having to know coding at all. So here is what you are going to do. in your landing page settings, you're going to make sure to write in your page title because that's what's going to appear in their browser. And I'm not going to make you watch me type. I'm going to type in and come right back. Now, in our basic settings, once we type in our page title, we can then give our page a domain. And we want to make it as simple as we can if we're going to use the GetResponse domain. And we can type in here whatever we want to. It's going to have a subdomain, or it's going to have an extension domain. You can change this to GetResponse pages or any of these choices. Or you can assign it to your own domain. Now in this case, we're just going to use one of the GetResponse domains. We can also add this to our Facebook account on our fan page. We're going to skip that right now. And all we're going to do is go back to our landing page settings, and then we're going to click Next Step. Now GetResponse will give you several choices. And in this particular case, we want to keep things as simple as we can. Now, obviously, if you're operating in other niches, you can use any of these templates that you want that will give you the benefit of being able to present something visual that will be eye-catching to your visitor and grab their attention. But what you'll do in this particular case is we're going to pick the simplest template that there is, because we're just offering an information product. We're looking to grab their name and email address, and so we want them to take note of a basic headline and some other information. And so there are a couple of simple templates here that we can use that are probably conducive to the make money online niche. And we can use any of these templates. So in this particular case, let's use this template. Okay, now you have already been given a tutorial on writing some basic headlines and some basic information. And you want to keep this information to a headline in this area, your introduction and description, an image of what you're offering here, and basic benefits. You want to leave this as an arrow. If you have an image, which would be an e-cover box, you want to put that there, representing what they're actually going to get. You want to put a call to action here, and then GetResponse will actually literally give you the opportunity to just connect one of your existing lists. You can use any of these things, but we're just going to use the GetResponse box. We're going to connect an existing list or create one specifically for this template. And all of these things inside of GetResponse are customizable. So you can change any of them that you want to, or change any of the colors and change any of the letters. And that's why this is about as simple a process as there is in terms of being able to create a decent squeeze page, one that your buyers will find attractive. Now, the other thing that you'll want to do is you may want to use some of the social sharing, and you'll also want to be able then to publish this to your fan page also. But once you have written the copy in, you're just going to click Save and Publish. Once you've done that, you will have a landing page that's either already online or one that you can manage or change appropriately. So when you click the link, and you'll literally see your landing page, and it'll be ready to go and ready to collect names and email addresses. So within minutes, you'll have a squeeze page that's ready to present your visitors with the opportunity to gain a free report by coming to your website and giving you their name and email address. Now, once again, this is a service inside of GetResponse. It's an additional $15 in a month. If you opt to do the first part of it, you can actually have a free trial where if you need to test the system to see if you can get it to work, you have time to test it. And it could be a good idea to test it right along with the autoresponder if you have not yet become a subscriber or regular subscriber to GetResponse. So once you've done that, you have created your landing page. You can choose to either have it redirected, and there are a couple of ways for you to connect it to your domain name. Click edit here. Either assign it to our domain, or we can use the get response domain and redirect it. Now, if you're going to redirect the domain, there is a way to do that inside of your cPanel hosting. I'll show you how to do that now. We are going to come inside of our cPanel, and we're going to find the redirect inside of the domain area, and then we're just going to click redirects. We're then going to add in a subdirectory. We're going to call it landing page, and then we're going to take the URL that we just got from GetResponse and put it here. You'll then see the link inside of your cPanel, and you'll be able then to go and click the link, and it'll take you to your squeeze page. Okay, and with that, your squeeze page is now ready to be displayed. So now your squeeze page is ready to be published, and you are now ready to begin collecting names and email addresses for the freebie that you're going to be offering visitors who are not quite ready to proceed with your offer. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to you all for watching this marketing module part 13th and 14th videos. And as we promised to give away a $300 bonus below the descriptions of this video. So be sure to check that out and grab your free bonus, and that you all tune in our part 15th and 16th marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new instruction videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business for beginners, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to invest your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital marketing courses on how to start an online business as a beginner on this YouTube video channel playlist tutorials. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate all you viewers and subscribers for keeping up with us thus far. This channel has now reached over 100,000 viewers and over 300 subscribers in a little over 3 months. So if you have not been watching all our previous upload videos, we now giving out a free $300 giveaway on every single videos for everyone who watches our videos all the way to the end. So be sure that you do not skip any of the new videos we put out and that you watch it all the way through. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 15th and 16th marketing module tutorial about how to launch your products and creating selling tools for your affiliates to help you start making money online immediately without spending or investing your own money. So let's see if we can this time get up to 2,000 likes in 2 weeks. To help me and the team stay consistent with this YouTube new uploads every single week's algorithm, it is very important that you don't miss out on any important details so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Welcome back. Now in this video we're going to be discussing once again the sales funnel, and you should now be at the point where you already have your list of subscribers that you're using in order to build up your business. You want to make sure you're capturing people that are not yet ready to come to your offer. At the same time, if you have been following the course, you should be at the point where you have a product in development and or near completion. Now, when you talk about product, we're really talking about an offer. And remember, an offer really consists of 4 offers ready to be placed inside of the sales funnel sequence. Now, when you start the process of creating your offers, you should be really setting your launch date about 2 to 4 weeks out. So think about when you are in development that you want to be launching in about a month, no later than a month once you start that process. Now, the launch is basically going to be involved a couple of things. Number one, you're going to be sending the offer to your own list. You're also going to be driving some targeted traffic to it. We're going to be talking about that in some upcoming videos. And you're going to get your affiliates to recruit it. Now, obviously, you'll need to be developing relationships with affiliates. We're going to be talking about that in the next video. But that is the next stage for your development of this product or your offer. Now, you want to set a launch date. You want to set a launch target date and fix it on the calendar. And one of the reasons that you want to do this is, remember, one of the most powerful ways to get traffic and get new buyers, relevant buyers, is to have affiliates promoting for you. And one of the things that having a launch date does, it gives you and your affiliates the opportunity to create a buzz around the product. I mean, hopefully you've got something unique that really does meet a need in the marketplace. And when there's a date and there's buzz about a product, and the affiliates can do that, well, that really does help and enhance their ability to sell to their subscribers. So a launch date is a very good thing for both you and your affiliate partners. Now, you want to make sure that to the best of your ability, that your launch date does not coincide with the launch of other more established marketers. You want to do a little launch research. There's sites like JVZoo Pro, and you can even do some launch research inside of GetResponse. Let's take a look at doing that right now. JVZoo will tell you, for example, that there are launches upcoming. You'll see one that is coming up in April. Right? You'll see those that are coming up in the next few weeks. And so by becoming a member of JVZoo Pro or signing up for the free account, you will get notice of launches that are upcoming so that you can either participate, of course, as an affiliate, but even more importantly, you want to make sure that if there's a launch that's going to interfere in your particular niche, you want to maybe consider doing yours at a different time. Now, there are other affiliate networks that you can take a look at. One that's new is called Deal Guardian. There are launches that take place on there. You might want to check to make sure that there are that the timing of your launch does not coincide once again to an extremely big and a launch that's going to have a lot of buzz from a lot of affiliates. You can also go inside of the JVZoo marketplace. And if you just go to find digital products to promote and you click the launched button, that'll give you all the dates in the future. And you'll be able to see some of the launches that are going to be happening. And you want to make sure that you understand what's going to be offered in your niche. You want to take a look at the sales page. And in some cases, you may want to promote, but at the very least, you want to make sure that if you are going to launch your product, that it has the best possible chance for you and your partners to promote and succeed with it. Now, even though you're doing launch research, keep this in mind. You don't need permission to launch your product. And you shouldn't operate from a scarcity mindset. So you shouldn't feel as if somebody else is launching a product that they're going to take all the sales and you're not going to have any. You've got a unique, well thought out offer and a decent sales funnel. You will have a profitable payday. There will be affiliates that want to promote you, and you will be able to generate income. You just want to make sure that you're giving your product and your affiliates the best possible chance to succeed. And if most affiliates will have a launch calendar, they'll have a promotional calendar where they consider what they're going to be launching in addition to the promotions they're going to do. And you want to make sure that if you have a partner and someone that you're working with, that they don't feel conflicted and that they don't confuse their subscribers. You want to give them the opportunity to give their subscribers a free reign with your product. Time to explain it. Time to really get them excited about it. So that's really the mindset behind working with affiliates, launching your product on a particular date for a big payday. And we're going to be talking about some of the other aspects of getting traffic to it, but setting the date and getting ready is a huge part of now taking your product to the point where it's now ready to be launched. And with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now in this video we are going to be discussing what you can do to help your affiliates, and you can help them by giving them selling tools. And there's a logic behind doing this. Of course, you already, if you have been following this tutorial, following all the videos, you know that affiliate traffic is a powerful way for you to be able to get targeted buyers to your offers. But you want to make sure your affiliates actually want to promote you. So you want to make it easy for them. And you make it easy for them by giving them tools that will help them sell to their subscribers. Now, do not want to make them have to guess at what your product is about. You don't want to make them have to guess at what the benefits are, or what the social proof is, or what is the key factor that will make their subscribers out. You want to give them every available advantage that they can in order to promote to their subscribers. Now, one of the ways that you take care of that, by creating emails for them to send out to their subscribers. And your emails, the emails that you give to your affiliates as selling tools, it should have your best headlines and it should have your best copy in them. You want them to first want to work with you again, and you want them to make money. And you can do that by giving them good, solid selling tools that go along with your launch. Now, you should have, or you should be keeping, and if you're not, you should really start doing this now. One of the reasons why you remain on the mailing lists of other internet marketers and people in your niche is because you should be developing swipe files. You should be developing emails, or you should be developing a file of copy that you know is impressive and that you know actually works to convert if it convinces you. Now, you should be keeping files of those so that when you get ready to write your emails, you don't want to take theirs and plagiarize them or copy them, but you do want to take the elements and thinking about the basic copywriting elements that we have gone over in other videos, and to apply them inside of the emails that you're giving to your affiliates in order for them to promote your business. Now, one of the things that you want to do is you want to make these emails available on your own JV page. You want to have a page for affiliates to promote this offer. Now, every offer that you put forth, every offer that you start this process with, you should give your affiliates a page to go and get selling tools. So this is not a once and done operation. Every time you create a product, for every single thing you're doing, you should be creating selling tools that give your affiliates an unfair advantage, or at least an advantage in terms of being able to promote your product to their subscribers. Now, if you have the resources, you may not have it at the beginning, and this might be your first launch. You want to create a contest for your affiliates, and what that does is that gets them motivated sometimes in order to get moving, or to mail that one more time, or to add you in when maybe they were not going to send out email on a particular day. You want to give them every incentive in order for them to promote for you. So creating a contest with real prizes, typically cash prizes or computer software or something that's valuable to marketers. If you can offer that in a contest, you will see increased activity from the marketers. Now, the other thing is that if you have the knowledge to do so, if you have been around marketing long enough, one of the best ways to help your affiliates is to conduct a webinar, or a sales webinar, where you draw their subscribers to your webinar and you basically sell them on your product or service. Now, this does take a little technical know-how. in order for your affiliates to get credit when they send their buyers to your webinar, but this is something that advanced marketers do. And if you are a good presenter and you are a good salesperson in presentations and webinars, this is a great way to assist your affiliates. Now, you also want to make sure that on that page that we talked about, the page where you've got all the emails, the page where you're outlining to them what the product is and what it does, give them videos. Give them videos that will show them exactly what your product is and what it does. And you want to give them, once again, permission to use those videos if necessary. Give them permission to do whatever they want to do with them. If they want to download them and cut them up and add them into their own promotion, give them the permission to do that, because they know their people and you are giving them tools in order to make sales. Now, one of the other things you want to do is you want to provide as much information inside of the JVZoo affiliate area as possible for those who are going to promote your product. Now, what do we mean by that? Now, when we are inside of the product area, you get the opportunity to give your affiliates information about your product, and notice that some of the both of the fields are HTML enabled. Therefore, you can also provide images inside of these fields, and you can give your affiliate the opportunity to see what your product is about when they decide whether or not they want to promote for you, and to really give them a feel for what it is you are offering. And you want to tell them, of course, where they can go to find your JV page or your affiliate page. You're giving them all the information they need in these two fields when they come to apply for to sell your product or market your product. I'm going to give them this information. This is important for them, and it's going to help them to make the decision as to whether or not they want to promote or not. And that brings us to another point here. You really do want to be careful inside of JVZoo about affiliates that don't have prior history with digital products. You can delay paying their commission in some cases inside of JVZoo. You probably want to take them up on that until they've demonstrated that they know how to sell, that they're going to market your product without destroying the value. So do exercise. This is something that JVZoo encourages, and you want to actually use it in your promotion, especially as you determine who you're going to have taking the message about your product to the public. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to you all for watching this digital marketing module part 15th and 16th videos. Be sure that you do not forget to grab your $300 bonus giveaway below the descriptions of this video. And that you all tune in our part 17th and 18th digital marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to invest your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital marketing courses on how to start an online business as a beginner on this YouTube video channel playlist tutorials. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate all you viewers and subscribers for keeping up with us thus far. This channel has now reached over 100,000 viewers and over 3,300 subscribers in a little over 3 months. So if you have not been watching all our previous upload videos, we now giving out a free $300 giveaway on every single videos for everyone who watches our videos all the way to the end. so be sure that you do not skip any of the new videos we put out and that you watch it all the way through. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 17th and 18th marketing module tutorial about traffic generation from recruiting affiliates and traffic generation through solo ads to help you start making money online immediately without spending or investing your own money. So let's see if we can this time get up to 2,000 likes in 2 weeks. To help me and the team stay consistent with this, YouTube new uploads every single week's algorithm. It is very important that you don't miss out on any important details so that you may have success. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing traffic generation through affiliate promotion. And this is the most efficient way to get buyers into your marketing funnel and to see your offer. And basically, you're not paying for any of the visitors. You're not paying for any of the buyers that end up being part of your, that become part of your marketing funnel. You are basically working with existing marketers that are already generating sales. And that's why this is so powerful in terms of generating traffic to your offer. And the results are almost instant. I mean, you're going to get a huge credibility when you can draw affiliates in. And when you start to draw affiliates to your offer, what's going to happen is you will be creating a buzz where even more affiliates will then want to promote your product. So this really, when you can develop these kinds of relationships, it beats PPC, it beats all of the other paid advertising methods because, again, affiliates are delivering buyers to your offer. Now, to do this, right, to get affiliates to promote your product, if you don't know anyone, and even if you do know someone, you need to start well ahead of time. The phrase is called dig your well before you're thirsty. If you don't know affiliates and you are just getting started in internet marketing, it's time to get to know affiliates. And you can do that now with social media on a more personal level than you have ever been able to do so before. Now, in the early days of internet marketing, when you wanted to develop affiliate relationships, you would craft invitation emails, and you should still do all of those things. But there is nothing more powerful today than personal relationships, and many of the affiliate relationships and the affiliate opportunities are not going to be posted, and they're not going to happen by email, and they're not going to happen through formal channels. They're going to happen in informal channels, and they're going to be happening inside of social media conversations and Skype conversations, things that are hidden from the public. And so you are going to have to start developing personal relationships with marketers in your niche if you're going to want them to promote your product. You do not want it to be where your launch is the first time they're hearing about you and your product. Now, not all affiliates are going to respond, but you should be developing relationships anyway. These relationships are going to be the ones that will turn into probably your most profitable affiliates. And even while you're new, one of the things that you can do is to promote their product first. It doesn't matter how big or small your list is. You should go first, especially if you are looking to get to establish yourself with larger marketers. Well, one of the ways in which you garner some attention is you promote their product first. Now we're going to talk a little bit about where you can find affiliates. Where are you going to find these people? Where you are going to be developing personal relationships, where you're going to be telling them about what it is you're offering and about what it is that is unique about what you're doing. Now, obviously, one of the places where you are going to be able to do that will be the Warrior Forum, and you will be able to go to that forum, and whether or not you are a product buyer and product seller, one of the ways you get to know people there is to participate in some of the threads, and to participate in some answering some questions, is to participate in a launch scenario. You can always get to know who's promoting products by watching the Warrior or WSO area of the Warrior forum. If we go to the WSO section and we just click inside of here, one of the things that we know about everyone who's participating in this thread, while not everyone is going to be a potential affiliate for our product, what we do know is that each and every one of these individuals that are selling products and services, they are developing a buyer's list, and the people that are buying their products are real people. So this is going to be an excellent place to find affiliates with people from those whom you know are going to be serving the same market that you are. So the Warrior Forum and Finding Warriors is a great place to find affiliates. Now, one of the other places where marketers are socializing about business and socializing about marketing are Facebook forums, Facebook groups, and inside of Skype groups. And where you can participate inside of a Facebook forum or a Facebook group, and you are invited to participate in a Skype group, you do not want to turn those opportunities down, especially if you are a product creator, because this is where you are going to get the opportunity to watch and get to know people in real time. Now, not everyone is going to want to interact with you, someone they barely know, on a personal level when you first get started. However, being there and being around will help you when this is not going to be the first time. Your launch should not be the first time when someone hears about what it is that you are doing. One of the other things that you can always do is take interest in what these marketers are doing. That is how you will likely get their attention. Working inside of a more personal group, such as Facebook forums and Skype groups, and taking an interest in what they're doing, so that when you actually come and you approach them about what it is that you're offering, you will have already had some interaction. You can also do the very same thing inside of Google Plus circles. And basically all of the social networks, such as LinkedIn and even YouTube, you want to allow affiliates to know that you are active and that you know about what it is that they're doing, right? So that when you approach them, once again, you'll be approaching them from a position of strength. We just looked at JV Notify Pro in another video. It's a great place to find affiliates. Now, once again, most of the people who are going to JV Notify Pro are going there because they are looking to promote their product. And so once again, even if you have a small list, if you can promote them to your list, well, then you have something to talk to them about, and you have something to talk to them about that's in their interest. And you also definitely want to watch launches on the network. You want to watch the launches on JVZoo. You want to watch the launches on Deal Guardian. And once again, where you can participate in those launches, you certainly want to do so. But these are people that you want to get to know. Now, interestingly, when someone promotes a product, or when you promote a product for a marketer on JVZoo, they have to approve you or have someone approve you for that. Once again, you will be getting exposure by going first in the relationship in terms of your being willing to promote their product. So there is nothing more powerful than being able to find affiliates. And basically, things are changing inside of internet marketing. The industry is maturing, and relationships are everything. So you want to use social media. You want to use the groupings such as Skype and communication tools in order to develop personal relationships, in addition to crafting emails, in addition to all of the formal channels. Most of the affiliate activity, right, the significant affiliate activity will take place in Skype groups and more informal channels. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now in this video we're going to be discussing traffic generation using solo ads. Now solo ads are the fastest and most effective way to find information seekers that will eventually become your product buyers. Now you will be able to use solo ads to get targeted leads. A solo ad is basically a marketer that already has a list that will be sending out your offer to their list, and you will actually pay that marketer in order to do that. Now the reason that is so powerful and the reason that it is effective is because you get instant feedback either on your freebie and ultimately your offer. Whatever you are sending out to that marketer's list and you are paying them for, you get instant feedback. You find out about your headlines, you find out about your email copy, you find out what's going to work with real buyers and people who are interested in the products and services that you are going to be offering. Now, solo ads are really made to pre-sell the prospect. So you will not be sending them from that solo ad. We just talked about that briefly. You will not expect that prospect to click an ad inside of the solo ad and go to your sales page. You want to send them to an offer to become part of your list where you can pre-sell them so that you can get them into an email marketing funnel where you can market to them by email. So your job in the solo ad is to get them to opt in. Now, in order to do that, one of the things that you want to make sure you're doing so that you know what the visitors are doing when they come to your page from the solo ad is to make sure you're using a program like Google Analytics. Prospect to click the link in the solo ad and then to become part of your list. Now, as a result of that, the solo ad and the squeeze page should be consistent or congruent. They should be directly related. You don't want someone to click the solo ad and then get to the squeeze page and see something entirely different. They should expect to have their question answered. Whatever issue you raised or whatever problem you raised to get them to click that link, and whatever you talked about in that email, it should be consistent with what they're going to find when they get to your squeeze page, when they click the link. Now, once the buyer has been added to your email, that is when you want to send them to your offer. Right? So you can either send them directly from the time that they actually get confirmed on your email, or you can send them a link in an email, a follow-up email, where they're going to get access to see your sales page. They're going to get access to see what it is that you are actually offering. You want to make sure that as soon after you get them into your marketing funnel that you make an offer to them of your most present or your most recent product and or service. Now, what is a solo ad? What are the nuts and bolts? Well, a solo ad is basically a short message with 200 words. You're going to have the URL going to the same website. You're going to have it in there 3 times. You're going to want to have one about a third of the way down, one about 2/3 of the way down, and one at the end of your email. Now, of course, you want to make sure that they are in logical places. When you have made your case, you've made your point, you want to put a link in there. And basically, one of the things that you can do in order to write an effective solo ad is to make sure that you are building a swipe file. You should have a number of emails that are effective, that are about 200 words, that you can use the style in order to craft your own email. Now, you are really building on their curiosity, right, in a solo ad. You don't want to tell them everything that they're going to see. You want to make them click that link and get into your marketing funnel. You've got to draw that prospect in so that they will then, when they see your offer, they will then be looking at something that they might actually be interested in buying. But once again, as is the case with any other marketing you're going to be doing, you want to make it easy for the solo advertiser. You don't want them to have to guess at what you're going to guess at what your product does. You don't want them to have to write the email. You want to write everything that they need, and you want to give it to them so that all they've got to do is put it inside of their email and send it out to their people. A solo ad is basically you're paying to get access to a marketer's list, and you're going to send out an email. Now, solo ad vendors. One of the things that you should be asking every solo ad vendor, right, before you decide to sign up with them, before you decide to pay them, you want to find out how big their list is. You want to find out whether or not they have the capacity to send visitors to your page by doing a mailing. You want to find out how they built their list. That's going to be pretty important, because depending on how they built their list, that will determine how effective your marketing is going to be with them. Now, this is where you really want to pay attention. You should be paying a solo ad vendor for clicks, right? You're paying for clicks. You want to make sure that you're getting your money's worth, and the only way that you can really quantify that is to pay for clicks. And you want to ask the solo ad vendor, you want to get a sense for, will your list like this offer? Ask them. Find out if offers like yours have done well. If you're going to pay advertise, you're going to pay for someone to see your offer, you want to make sure that once they opt in, that this is the kind of offer that's going to do well. And the solo ad vendors should know, because more than likely they built their list by creating a product that was sold. Now, you also want to know how old the list is. Okay, the older the list is, it's probably going a little stale, and it tends to be less responsive. So you like to have a list that's fresh. You like to have a list that's fairly recent. You don't want to have a list that's kind of been out there, because people are then a little more immune to the email, and they are less likely to open them. They might just still be on the list just because it's a habit to be. Now, one of the ways you can find solo ad vendors, of course, is to just Google solo ad or email advertising. We are going to talk about some places where you can find some solo ad vendors. Now, other than Googling solo ad email advertising, you can also take a look at some places like the Warrior Forum, the Solo Ad Marketplace, and social media groups. Now, let's take a look at what we mean by that. If you visit the Warrior Forum and you go to the Warrior Forum classified ad section, we're just going to click that forum right now, we will come to the inside, and you're going to see a number of ads where you can actually get solo ads. Now, one of the good things about the solo ads that are being presented here in the Warrior Forum is that typically those who have actually bought the solo ad will come back and verify as to whether or not their experience was a good one in the actual thread. So you will be able to not only search inside of this particular forum, but you will also just be able to browse the forum to find good solo ad advertisers. And you will be able to ask those solo ad advertisers the questions that we just talked about. So indeed, solo ad vendors can be found on the Warrior Forum. They can also be found in a place called the Solo Ad Marketplace. Now, we are going to just sign into the Solo Ad Marketplace, and we're going to see a couple of things here. Now, we want to then just take a look for the solo ads that we want. Maybe we might do it according to the niche that we're in, but we can start with internet marketing or business opportunities here. And we are then going to see solo ads that we can order. Now, one of the things that we can do, of course, is we can sort them by rating before we start looking at asking some of the key questions that we want to ask about the solo ad provider. You'll notice some of these solo ad providers, some of them have what is designated as a top seller. Some of them have they literally have ratings of 100%. So you will be able to get a sense for the experience that other people have had with a specific solo ad provider by coming to the Solo Ad Marketplace. You'll be able to find other providers that do take payment in order for you to mail to their list. Now, one of the things that you can do inside of the social networks, and we're just going to do Facebook in this particular case, is we can search inside of Facebook for solo ad groups and other solo ad providers. Now, obviously, these are going to be advertisements, but we can, by participating in Facebook groups and other gatherings where there are marketers, we're literally going to be able to see other solo ad providers and those that from whom others have had a good experience. Now, one last note on finding solo ad providers is this, and you are going to be able to find good solo ad providers by asking other marketers, and you can do that very easily on social media. All you've got to use is the messaging button. If you want to talk to someone privately, send them a message if they are already connected with you, if you have connected with other marketers, and ask them if they know of good solo ad providers. It is now easier than ever before to connect with other internet marketers. One of the things that you don't want to worry about is competition. Those within internet marketing know and understand that because you're making sales doesn't mean that they cannot, and because you're getting good traction from a solo ad provider doesn't mean that they cannot. So find experienced marketers in your friend list and ask them if they know of good solo ad providers. It's really that simple inside of social media to find good, solid solo ad vendors. Now, what should you be spending with respect to solo ads? You should be looking to spend between 20 and 50 cents per click. And you really should be, as we said before, analyzing this from a click perspective and not so much, how much you're paying. You should be looking for a certain number of clicks. And you want to start small. Before you really start to get into paying large numbers for clicks, you want to start out with 200 clicks. Get a sense for what's happening with the solo ad and what is really going to work in terms of your copy before you start looking to get up into the hundreds and sometimes even thousands of dollars in terms of solo ads. Okay, once you figure out how to cover your costs, right? Once you figure out how to generate enough sales in order to cover your ads, then you want to stay small until you get that process at the point where you can really execute it on a consistent basis. Now, what do we mean by covering your costs? You want to be able to generate sales from that solo ad through your front end offer and through your upsells and through follow-up emails. So in other words, can you, from those that you have come in contact with through the solo ad, can you generate enough income from your front end, from your upsells, and from your follow-up emails to at least cover the cost of the ad? Once you can, and you can do that with each successive ad buy, then you can start to then move up in terms of price, and you can move up in terms of number of clicks. That's the way you really want to analyze whether or not your solo ad spending is working and when it's time to scale up. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to you all for watching this digital marketing module part 17th and 18th videos. Be sure that you do not forget to grab your $300 bonus giveaway below the descriptions of this video. And that you all tune in our part 19th and 20th digital marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to invest your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital marketing courses on how to start an online business on this YouTube channel playlist tutorials. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate all you viewers and subscribers for keeping up with us thus far. This channel has now reached over 100,000 viewers and over 3,500 subscribers, so if you have not been watching all our previous upload videos, we now giving out a free $300 giveaway on every single videos for everyone who watches our videos all the way through the end. So be sure that you do not skip any of the new videos we recently upload, and that you watch it all the way through. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 19th and 20th marketing module tutorial about traffic generation using YouTube to help you start making money online immediately without spending or using your own money. So let's see if we can this time get more likes and subscribers to help me and the team stay consistent with this YouTube new uploads every single week algorithm. For it is very important that you don't miss out on any important details to keep you having success with this free online digital courses. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
In this video, we're going to be talking about traffic generation using video marketing, specifically YouTube marketing. Now, as a marketer, you really do need to take YouTube seriously, mainly because it is where there is traffic. It's where people are spending their time. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, very heavily used by individuals that are looking to get problems solved. They're looking for demonstrations. They're looking for ways that they can quickly solve problems or dilemmas that they have. And they're looking for people who have proven themselves to be experts to explain to them how they can solve certain problems or achieve certain goals. Now, some of them will find their YouTube videos in organic search. Now, if you were to just type in YouTube's second largest search engine in the search engine and you scroll down, what would you find? You'd find a video, a YouTube video, oddly on this subject. And this is going to be the case with many subjects where people are looking for answers. And so sometimes people will find those answers when they're looking in organic search, and they'll actually find a YouTube video. And if you've been in marketing any length of time, you know that one of the key factors in YouTube organic search is that, well, these videos have a thumbnail and it makes them stand out. Now, other people find their videos by doing searches inside of YouTube. In fact, if you want to find out what others have suggest or what others have searched recently, I mean, you can do that by using Google Suggest inside of YouTube. Let's take a look at what I mean by when I say that. You've probably experienced the fact that when you go to YouTube and you start by typing in, or go Google, you start by typing in one of your keywords, and you start by typing in other keywords, you're going to get suggestions from Google about what other people have been searching. That these are going to be the popular topic. This tool is called Google Suggest. Now, Google has the same kind of tool, the same kind of search engine tool operating inside of YouTube. Some people call it YouTube Suggest, and others call it Google Suggest inside of YouTube. But let's take a look at it. Notice if I start that phrase inside of YouTube, I'm going to get different results. But I will get some other results that are going to tell me about other things that people are searching for inside of YouTube. That's called YouTube Suggest. If you start by typing your keyword into YouTube, you are going to find out what people are searching for. It's like coming to the front page of YouTube to get product ideas. This really does indicate where people's minds are and where they are actually looking for solutions. Of course, you can also look inside of Google Trends to see trends on YouTube search. That means that we can go to Google Trends, type in a search term. Maybe if we type in pickup artist or male dating. We can then search that term inside of Google Trends, but we can search that term by doing so within YouTube. And so all we do is we'll go to look at the web search here, and we're going to click YouTube search, because we want to find out what people are looking for in terms of videos. And YouTube will give us information on what are rising search terms, rising in popularity, or what are related terms. So YouTube and Google will give us the information on what people are searching on and what people are looking to solve problems with. Now, you are going to want to create videos that educate your viewers. And you want to do that based on the keyword research. And when you do that, you combine those two factors, education from something that you know about, combine that with keyword research, and you can generate passive organic traffic. Now, that is a very important factor in being able to generate continual traffic to your page that wants to know about what it is that you can teach them through your information products and your services. Now, one of the important factors in YouTube is that when you generate traffic in this way, you are going to need to be social. In other words, you're going to need to treat YouTube as if it were its own social network. I mean, you should make sure your channel is connected to the Google Plus social network. But it mostly means that you should be taking the comments seriously that people create for your videos. And you should answer them professionally. Now, you can do advertising kind of videos, but that's really a short-term solution. You want to work to make sure that you are generating traffic based on your position as an expert in your niche. And you can do that effectively by determining the 10 frequently asked questions inside of your niche from your buyers and your prospects and answering each one of them with an individual video. Once you've done that, you can then answer the 10 should be asked questions. So in other words, what questions should your prospects be asking? And you want to create separate videos to answer those questions. What you'll do then is then place your links inside of the video as well as in the description area. And that's going to drive traffic back to your squeeze page or your pre-sale blog page to get people to opt in. Now, video marketing is a list building opportunity for those willing to invest the time. So it is a time consuming process, but the traffic that you get is qualified. They probably want to know what it is you're talking about, and you want to drive them to your capture page in order to build your list. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, assuming you have done your keyword research, what you're going to take a look at here is getting into YouTube. And I'm going to show you an existing video, and we're going to walk through some of the steps that you're going to take in order to start creating videos that will be found by people who are looking to have their problem solved. I'm going to assume that you already know how to upload a video to YouTube. Now, what you're going to do here, and you'll notice that we are in the edited section of every video. And this is going to be the most important area of your YouTube video, because this is where you will determine exactly how much traffic you're going to get from this video. Now, what things do you have control over? Well, one of the first things that you really have control over here is your title. You want to make sure that your title has keywords in it that people are actually searching for. This is the starting point. And so you want to turn your keyword into a question that your buyer will look at and then click on it because they have curiosity about whether or not your video is going to actually solve their problem or help them to solve their problem. So in this particular case, let's say that you were looking for information on dating, in particular, pickup artists, and you wanted to know about pickup artist, or what is a pickup artist, or in this case, do pickup artists You want to turn this into a question. Right? Now, the other thing that you want to do here is you do get a description area. And so you want to use this description area. You get about 5,000 characters, and you want to fill that description area. You want to write in all of the data that you can that will help people to, first of all, find your video. And then second of all, you want them to get every bit of information, and you want them to know that you are an expert on your subject. So you want to give, first you want to give them a link where they can go to your website. And we're just going to put in any website here. Now, what's important about the website that you put here is that you want to send them not to your home page, you want to send them to a landing page. Now, I'm just writing in landing page just as a reminder to you that you want to send them to a landing page where they can opt in to your list. So we've already talked about setting up a squeeze page or landing page. You want to have that page ready and then send the traffic from YouTube to that page. Now, if you're going to be savvy, right, you can create different landing pages. You can create one for your video, create others for the traffic that you're getting in other sources, because you want to know how the traffic is coming into your site and what it's doing when it gets there so that you can make adjustments. So you want to make sure your URL is in here, and then you want to use all of the real estate that YouTube is giving you in order to describe your video. Now, the first words or the first sentence, you want to write it knowing that other people are going to see it in the search engine. So if your video were to appear in the search engines, you want people to look at your description or the first sentence or first or two sentences and decide that they like what you've said and they want to click on it. So if you're going to want to write in a subheadline or a headline and a subheadline, you want to write it in these first few words. Okay, and then continue to write your description throughout this description area. Now, the other area that you want to be aware of here is you're going to want to write in your tags. And so when you write in your tags, you want to start thinking about, well, what do I want people to, when people type in a certain phrase, I want them to find my video. What are those phrases? What are the phrases that I want to be found for? And so every one of those phrases that are specific, that are based on your research, you want to write them in there and then put a comma. And when you type your comma, this is going to become one of your tags. Right? So you want to put the maximum amount of tags inside of your video. Okay, now those are the three most important areas that you are going to be optimizing. Now, another thing that you're going to want to do here in some cases is you can actually add a custom thumbnail. So in other words, when your video appears in the search engines, you want to have something that's going to be visible that will almost be a call to action. So you want to design your thumbnail knowing that or assuming that it's going to be seen on the search engines. Now, you'll notice YouTube is giving you some dimensions to use there. And you want to use those dimensions because that's important, and you are going to be the beneficiary of search traffic when people can look at your thumbnail and decide whether or not to watch your video. So design your thumbnail carefully and then upload it here in the custom thumbnail area. Now, the last thing is you're going to get the opportunity here to add your video to a playlist. Now, in some cases, the playlist itself can rank inside of YouTube. It can be found. So when you add your video to a playlist, make sure that you have lots of other videos that are related to it so that Google will help determine that your video and playlist are relevant. Okay, so those are some of the things that you can do inside of your video. Now, one other thing that you can do, of course, is you can add annotations to your video. And when you do that, annotations give you the opportunity to place links inside of your video. Okay, and here we're looking at the video. We're looking at an analysis of it inside of YouTube. And what we can do, we're going to stop this here. What we can do is we can actually add an annotation. Now, we add the annotation. We can put in a spotlight or a speech bubble or any one of these things that is going to contain a link to a website. Now, one of the key factors when we add this annotation is we get the opportunity to link to something. Now, what are we going to link to? We can link to another video. We can link to a playlist. We can link to a channel. Now, in some cases, if you have associated your website with YouTube, you can link to your website. You can link to your personal website from inside of YouTube on top of the video, so that when people see it, they can click it and be taken to any website that you determine. However, that website is going to have to be associated with your channel. Okay, so those are some things that you can do to your video to help it to be found when people are actually searching for it. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to you all for watching this digital marketing module part 19th and 20th videos. Be sure that you do not forget to grab your $300 bonus giveaway below the descriptions of this video. And that you all tune in our last final segments of this playlist part 21 and 22 digital marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to use your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care for now, and I will see you in our next two final segments of the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this free online digital marketing courses on how to start an online business on this YouTube channel playlist tutorials. And we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate all you viewers and subscribers for keeping up with us thus far. This channel has now reached over 100,000 viewers and over 3,500 subscribers, so if you have not been watching all our previous upload videos, we now giving out a free $300 giveaway on every single videos for everyone who watches our videos all the way through the end. So be sure that you do not skip any of the new videos we recently upload and that you watch it all the way through. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you the missing digital marketing module segments that should have been implemented way before the previous upload. We do truly owe you an apology. We ask that you all please do not skip this tutorials, for it is very important that you pay attention and watch this videos that we have almost left off. That will help you start making money online immediately without spending or using your own money. So let's see if we can this time get more likes and subscribers to help me and the team stay consistent with this YouTube new uploads every single week algorithm, for it is very important that you don't miss out on any important details to keep you having success with this free online digital courses. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about media buying. And media buying is a more advanced way of being able to direct targeted traffic to your sales funnel. And you really start to think about media buying once you have a clear understanding of your target market and you have an understanding of how your offer is going to convert with that target market. You can then scale up your operation with paid advertising. Now, you could use sources like Google AdWords or even Facebook ads, which we will talk about in this course. But that method, because Google AdWords and Facebook are both intermediaries, you still leave a little money on the table, and you're not necessarily advertising direct with the people that are actually going to be looking at your offer. Now, media buying allows you to advertise direct with a suitable source for your demographic or buyer. Now, if you are in the make money online niche or if you are in the weight loss niche, you will want specific places to place your advertising. And when you do that, of course, you get more targeted traffic to your sales funnel. Now, media buying can be as simple as a targeted pop-up, which we in internet marketing we would know as PPV traffic. You could have blog or news website banner traffic, where your banner is placed strategically someplace on the site where you know your target market is visiting, or video sharing sites like YouTube, and you're advertising right on top of the video, which is a growing way for you to do media buying. Now, basically, you're using image or media-based advertising to attract individuals into your marketing funnel. With media buying, the key really is understanding your target market. That is over and above the most important aspect of being able to execute paid traffic. You have to understand your target market. But now, what does that mean, understand your target market? Well, you understand who they are demographically. Who is your buyer? Who are the people who are actually doing the buying? Are they male? Are they female? Are they in their 30s or 40s, or are they in their 50s or 60s? What do they tend to do, and what kinds of things do they tend to buy? What do you know about what they buy in addition to your products and or services? Now, what are they scared of? What does your prospect or what does your buyer typically find frightening? What is it that keeps them awake at night? And of course, you want to know, what do they want out of life? What are they really striving for? What is it that really keeps them motivated and keeps them moving? You want to know these things, because as you start to create banner advertising, as you begin to create image-based advertising, these are the things that you want to display in your advertising. So understanding your target market is of extreme importance in this process. Now, where do they hang out online? Where can you reach them? Where can you find them? Where can you find them passively? Where will they run into your advertising? What are the websites? When you start talking about where they hang out online, what are the websites? What are the specific things that they read, where they watch videos, where they socialize? Where is that? Where is it that they hang out? What are they looking for on those websites? What brings them to those websites where they hang out and they spend so much time there? Now, you want to find out about those websites, whether or not they're going to allow you to do banner advertising. It's in that respect, media buying is pretty simple. You want to find out where your target market is, and you want to advertise there so you can get passive traffic. What are the websites, the blogs, the communities where you can advertise directly to your target market? That is what you want to know with media buying, and that really is what will make all the difference in terms of your being able to scale up the passive traffic to your site. Now, you'll need to be specific in your targeting. Now, what does that mean? That means that once you want to understand where you're going to advertise specific websites to a specific buyer. Because in some cases, you might have one product that you want to advertise to two different groupings of people, but you want to be specific in the way that you communicate to both. Now, one of the things with media buying is, before you really get to the point where you're going to scale up your media buying, you want to learn to cover your costs. And media buying works well for those that start the process knowing how their product converts. So in other words, you should know your numbers. You should know what happens when your target buyer hits your page in general, because that will help you to make adjustments as you're looking at the performance of your advertising. You should be constantly making those adjustments until your campaigns are profitable, or as profitable as you want them to be. You target those sites that are going to contribute the most buyers. So contributing subscribers is not enough. You want to have your tracking working so that you know exactly how many buyers that your banner is really contributing to your process. So your analytics are going to be very important, and Google Analytics will do just about everything that you need, although there might be some other aspects to the tracking process that another source could be helpful to you. Now, banner advertising still requires the same principle shared in the killer copy video, specifically with respect to the headline. So in other words, your headline should still do the same work on a banner that it did in the sales letter. Now lastly, the images should illustrate the goal position of the individual once they've received or they've experienced the chief benefit of your product. So if you think about what is it and what does it look like when your prospect or customer, they have already experienced the chief benefit, what is the visual that you want to communicate? That is the visual that you need to have in your banner, in addition to following those principles of killer copy that we talked about in a previous video. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now in this video we're going to be talking about yet another way to use targeted traffic in order to drive to your offer. Now this is again a more advanced topic and one that you'll want to use once you have really come to the point where you have maximized the traffic that you can get from affiliates and from building your list manually. Now Facebook ads are popular amongst internet marketers because of the ability given to you to reach a specific group with each advertisement. Notice here who is reaching out through Facebook. You'll see all of these things are related in some way to internet marketing. And more than likely, these individuals are using custom audiences and Facebook ads in some combination. We'll talk about custom audiences in a minute. But because Facebook gives you the ability to target a specific demographic, it's ideal to use as a traffic source. Now, Facebook ads allow for you to reach those that have already displayed their interest in your subject matter. In other words, we're going to be able to find people that have already expressed a preference for what kind of content they like to read. In some cases, they may have already liked a particular page, and that is what makes them visible to Facebook. It makes them also visible to you through your advertising. Now, the most efficient use of Facebook ads involves gathering Facebook IDs or even email addresses to form a custom audience to show your offer to. So in other words, we can pick and find a custom-made audience as opposed to targeting everyone with our advertising. So what we're doing in effect, especially when we use our email marketing list, is we are targeting individuals twice. So it's quite possible that an individual may not necessarily make a decision based on what they see in their email. However, if they spend a lot of time on social media, it's possible that we can show them the very same ad and have them make a purchase of something that we would not have been able to reach them otherwise. So we are in effect targeting individuals twice. Now, because you can upload these emails to Facebook, this is always going to be your ideal market. They have already proven that they're interested in you, they're interested in what you have to offer, and what you're doing is you are really giving them the opportunity to participate on any of your offers. Now, you will also find your ideal audience in open groups. They're actively holding discussion. So if you can find those groups and you can get their IDs, you can then form a custom audience. Now, there's several rules in place, unspoken, to get started with Facebook ads. And let's go over some of them now. One thing that you'll want to do on a daily basis to keep your budget under control. And the traffic can come and it can become very quickly. You can easily exhaust a budget if you're not careful. So make sure you are using a budget with respect to your advertising. Now, the images don't have to make sense. They only need to attract the eyeballs. So you want to make sure that these images that you're using are eye-catching. They don't have to make sense. In some cases, marketers use pictures upside down or sideways, or they put a red border around their image. And the reason they do that is because it draws people's eyes long enough for them to consider what it is that you were saying in your headline. Which brings me to the point where we need to recognize that the copy rules that we talked about, the 8 basics, those are still going to be in effect. You need to spell out a good headline along with your image. It is the universal method of being able to reach or flag down your prospect. And what you're also trying to do with your Facebook ads is to move as many people as you can onto your email list. Now, you can do this in a number of different ways. You can do this by getting them to buy your product, and then they will automatically be posted to your email. You will want to then also make your squeeze page available, and you can do that on Facebook. That is one of the advantages of GetResponse, to make that part easy, because GetResponse literally makes it so that you'll be able to display the landing page that you create with them in your Facebook ads. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about traffic generation through ad swaps. Now, ad swaps are probably available to you as a traffic generation method once you already have a mailing list. And once you do, then you can start looking for partners to do ad swaps with. And ad swaps are free. And that is one of the reasons that it is a great method in order to drive targeted traffic to your offers. What you're basically doing here is that you are exchanging lists with other list owners. In other words, you're going to find a partner that is going to mail an opt-in offer to their list. You're going to mail an opt-in offer for them to your list. And what you basically really need to do is to find a partner with a list, and that is the genesis. That's the basis for doing an ad swap. In the course of this process, as he is basically sending out a solo ad for you. It's the same, it's the same thing. You're basically sending out a solo ad for him. Now, obviously, the key here is going to be that you're going to have to find people who are willing to do this, and these are going to be places. They're going to be things that, once again, the best opportunities for you within ad swaps. They're not always going to be advertised, right? There are going to be some people who will advertise in places. We'll show you those here in a minute. But you are going to find individuals willing to do this in Skype groups. You're going to find them in the Warrior Forum. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. You're going to also find them within those people that are actually mailing you, or if you are on the mailing list of other marketers, you'll often find good ad swap partners right there, as well as within Facebook groups. Now, before we look at an example of an outreach letter to a potential ad swap partner, let's take a look at where some of these ad swaps actually take place. What you're going to do here is you're now going to scroll down to the JV section of the Warrior Forum. And that's going to be right here, Warrior Joint Ventures. And you're going to see a number of ad swaps taking place already. You'll see that there's one taking here, ad swaps for small lists. You see one for ad swaps for any size list. I will build your list for free. So you're going to want to work with some of these individuals, and as you do, what you're going to find, if you have a good giveaway, you have a good offer, your list is going to grow. And as a matter of fact, it's not going to take you or cost you anything other than the time that's going to take you to actually do the mailing for the other marketer. Now we're going to look at a sample outreach email, but as we do this, And as you can take a look and you can see some of the things that you're going to want to say, you're going to want to know what you can generate in terms of clicks. Remember, that is the currency in solo ads, and that's basically what you're doing with your partner. Now you're looking at an ad swap example. And what you're going to do with this outreach is to find other list owners that are going to be willing to basically do this exchange for you. Now, not everyone who's willing to do an ad swap is going to be on the Warrior Forum or any place public. You are going to have to reach out to some list owners, and in some cases, you might reach out to a list owner that may or may not be interested in doing this with everyone. And so you will have to conduct your outreach based on the activity that you see in the other marketer. Now, once again, this is going to run in the same direction as some of the other things. You are going to want to have some of those relationships in place prior to starting this process. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to you all for watching this missing digital marketing module segment. We do, truly, owe you an apology. Looks like we got ahead of ourselves. We'll make sure that does not happen again. Be sure that you do not forget to grab your $300 bonus giveaway below the descriptions of this video. And that you all tune in our last final segments of this playlist, part 24 and 25 digital marketing module tutorials. Know that me and the team do upload new videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to use your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care for now, and I will see you in our next two final segments of the next video. God bless. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this online digital marketing courses on how to start an online business for free. Give yourself applause if you all are still here with me on this channel. You all have made it to the last two final videos of this marketing modules course tutorials, part 24 and 25, and we thank you all so much for all your support. We really do appreciate all you viewers and subscribers for keeping up with us thus far. This channel has now reached over 100,000 viewers and over 3,500 subscribers, so if you have not been watching all our previous upload videos, we now giving out a free $300 giveaway on every single videos for everyone who watches our videos all the way through the end, and that giveaway is time limited, so be sure that you do not skip any of the new videos we recently uploaded and that you watch it all the way through. Now in this video tutorials, me and the team will be showing you part 1 and part 2 traffic generation through Google Hangouts. We ask that you all please do not skip this tutorials, for it is very important that you pay attention. This will help you start making money online immediately without spending or using your own money. So let's see if we can this time get more likes and subscribers to help me and the team stay consistent with this YouTube new uploads every single week algorithm, for it is very important that you don't miss out on any important detail to keep you having success with this online digital courses on how to start your online business for free. And so with that being said, let's dive right in.
Welcome back. Now in this video we are going to be talking about traffic generation using Google Hangouts. And we've already talked about YouTube videos, and the next logical extension, of course, is going to be to move on to Google Hangouts. Now, if you don't know anything about Google Hangouts, a Google Hangout is like having your own private webinar inside of the Google social network, Google+. A Google Hangout is a live streaming internet event. So people can attend from their desktop computer. People can attend live from their mobile device. Any place where they have an internet connection, they can attend your live event. Now, probably one of the best things about the Google Hangout system is that once the event is over, the recording of the event stays on YouTube for others to watch. In fact, it becomes just like a YouTube video. So Google Hangouts combines the best of YouTube and webinars in order to drive targeted buyers to your offer. One way to think about Google Hangouts is to move your e-list subscribers closer to a purchase through your live presentation. So you are always going to have email subscribers who are not going to be ready to buy right away. Now, you can move them closer to that buying position by getting them to attend a Google Hangout where you can do a live presentation and influence them in order to buy. Now, one of the reasons that marketers are using Google Hangouts so much is because live events convert prospects to buyers in ways that sales letters cannot convert them. And in fact, a Google Hangout, much like a webinar, is like presenting your sales letter, except you're doing it in a live format. So it's taking the sales letter and you're doing a live presentation and you're trying to move people closer and closer to the purchase point. Now, once your Hangout is over, you'll want to create a title in YouTube, a description and tags, as if it were the YouTube video that we described in a previous video instructional. Now, once your Hangout is over, you'll want to create a title, description, and tags as if it were a YouTube video. Now, this will bring you more traffic because some people will find the video as a result of being in YouTube. You want to make sure that your links in the video, the links are in the video as well as the description area. So you want to treat this as if it were a YouTube video that people are going to find in organic search and inside of YouTube. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this method is difficult to generate sales for affiliate. However, it's a great way to create content once and then to attract your ideal prospect. It probably serves the same purpose for those of who have been involved in internet marketing for a long time that an article directory used to provide. It really is a source of general content where people are looking for solutions, and if you have that solution, they will reward you often by visiting your website and checking out your profile. And this is what you want to do with Google Hangouts and your live events. So as you start to create content, some for video, consider creating some of it live, creating an event for your email subscribers and for others to attend so that you can move them along the line toward becoming a buyer. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Now, in order to create a Google Hangout, you are going to need to have a Google Plus account. And if you have a Gmail account, you likely already have a Google Plus account or you have already set one up. If you don't, you're going to want to go ahead and get a Gmail account and set it up so that you can do your own Google Hangouts. It is worth the time so that at the very least you can create your own webinars and you won't have to pay the cost of having it put on. Now, to start the Hangout process, you're going to come to your Google Plus profile. And then you're going to go to the Hangout link just like this. Now that's going to bring you to the Hangouts on Air screen. And what you're going to do here is you are going to click Start a Hangout on Air. Now this name will be the name that will be the event. It'll show up on your Google Plus page. So you want to take some thought into what you're going to name the event. And in this particular case, we're just going to call this Traffic Funnel Overview. And you want to write a description. And we're just going to put traffic here for the sake of putting it in here. Now, you can either schedule your Google Hangout on Air for now or later. Since this is going to be a live event, likely that you're going to be doing with either your subscribers and or your social media connections, you want to set the date ahead of time. Okay, so you can go ahead and set that set the date whenever you want to set it. And you can actually have this announcement made to all the people that you are connected to on Google Plus. Now, in this particular case, we're not going to do that. We can actually take this out and then we can just click the share button. And we can do friends or anyone that's in our Google Plus in our Google Plus following here. So now what you have here is you have inside of your events tab, you have an event page for your live event. And one of the things that you'll be able to do is literally you'll be able to click this link in order to start your Hangout. And this will open up the opportunity for you to present live using your webcam, as well as being able to share your screen with other people. Now, what you'll want to do in order to start the process is to click the start button. Now, the other thing, and one thing to note here are two things you'll notice here. If you want to put a YouTube video on the front of this Hangout, so that when people come to your event page, you can get them excited about it by doing another YouTube video to promote it. You'll also, if you want to interact with the people on the call, you want to click the Q&A button. So what we're going to do here, for the sake of example, we're going to go ahead and click the Start button to start the Hangout on air. Now, once you're inside of the control panel at Google+, you'll notice that that's just a profile picture. You can turn your webcam on so that you can present yourself. There are some icons here that will give you control over how you present. Probably the most important one is that you have a green button, which is a screen share button. So just as you would on a webinar, you can literally show your screen to those to whom you are presenting, once again, so that you can do a presentation that will ultimately lead people to buy. Okay, the only reason to do a Google Hangout is to catch those people who just are not going to buy from a sales letter, or who are not going to buy from an email. Some people will buy, though, from a live event, and you can create that live event by inviting them to your Google Hangout. And once you are actually live and on the air, you can, and Google will give you the opportunity to pass out links on social media. So you have an event page, which is just what we looked at. You have a YouTube page where people can watch live, and you can actually embed this live presentation on your website in order to bring people there. So you have maximum flexibility over being able to do a live event, connect it to your social media connections, and to use it just as you would a webinar. Okay, so that's pretty much it. There are courses that would probably span the course of what we've done just in this overview course, just on Google Hangouts. So this isn't a complete treatment of Google Hangouts and how you can use it. This is kind of a quick and dirty crash course to get you started so that you can do live events where you can actually pass on the link to people. Now, in order to get started, of course, what you're going to do is you're going to click the Start Broadcast button, and then you will be broadcasting live to the people on your event page as well as to people on YouTube. So if they have your YouTube link, they will be able to watch you live, and you will be able to communicate with them through your question and answer application here in the control panel. Okay, so that's really pretty much it. Now, there are some things that you do need to know about YouTube. We're going to take a look at those things now. Okay, inside of your YouTube channel, you are going to have the same control over your Google Hangouts from this back area or back office. You're going to be able to edit some of the settings. And once you actually complete the Hangout, you will have a recording on your YouTube channel. And you can then use that. You can use that content to attract people through search. But one of the first things you want to do is to make sure that you have done everything inside of YouTube in order to attract people to the live event. And then once the event is over, you will then want to treat your Hangout recording, like a YouTube video. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, for you have completed the free marketing module YouTube playlist tutorial. Be sure that you do not forget to grab your $300 bonus giveaway that is time limited below the descriptions of this video. And that you all tune in our next playlist tutorials. We will be finishing up this free $500 first level business packages with the social traffic playlist. And a few bonuses giveaway towards the end of this playlist that me and the team have been giving away. So do know that me and the team do upload new videos every single week to guide you to your success. And if you're one of those people who does not have the time to watch this playlist segment's free digital course tutorials on how to start an online business, go ahead and click the links down below in the descriptions or call this number on the next screen to have us do all the work for you to help you buy some time without having to use your own money. You can reach out to our team at 801-506-6995, and all you need to do is leave a message. Someone in our team will get back to you. Take care for now, and I will see you in our next social traffic playlist videos. God bless.